The Observer would like to advise that the following video comes with a trigger warning. The content in this video is of a sensitive nature, so please beware that the topic of this video may trigger you. The Observer recommends that you consider your own mental health before you watch this video.
You're telling the truth. Give a break. That is a fucking lie.
Except for Sean. Everyone's telling the truth except for Sean, right? It's gang
exactly. 100%. 100%.
It's gang upon Sean. Gang upon Sean. Gang upon Sean.
Oh my God, are we playing the victim card again? Woe is me. Woe is me.
Show your face, loser.
Wow. You've seen my face a million times.
Show your face,
let me guess. I'm gonna put my face on there, and you're gonna be calling me a fat cow.
Hey, Observer.
It doesn't hurt me, Sean. You can call me whatever the fuck you want to call me.
So show your face then.
Why does it matter?
Show your face. Come on.
Why does it matter?
Why you gotta talk behind the screen all the time?
Why does it matter that I show my face or not? You're listening to me. What does it matter? What does it matter? So you can make fun of my appearance? That doesn't
You need to check this person out, Observer.
What bothers me is that you're an abusive piece of shit.
I'm not an abusive piece of shit. You're wrong, okay? And quit trying to present that to the public.
Your threats seem otherwise. I've seen you the way you treat random strangers as well. You're a rude piece of shit. You're a waste of skin.
I've got a lot of followers.
Get yourself off this app. Get yourself some help. And then move on from there.
Sorry,
what?
I was blocking someone.
Why are we blocking? I thought you didn't block people.
Of course I block people.
You told a million times in your chats you don't block people.
Abusive people, of course I'm going to block them.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to invite the abuse.
Good luck, everyone. I hope everybody sees the truth about this guy.
Don't want to see what's behind him, right?
Well, no. You're presenting a false narrative. Girl wants to come in here and talk. She's not telling the truth, though. Rico, block yourself.
No, you're not telling the truth, Sean. Let me skip ahead to when someone comes in the box again. Oh, I think this is Unique.
Come on, put your face up, Unique.
Yeah.
Put my face up there, Sean.
Everyone wants to see you.
Hey, Dogma.
They can see me. I'm live.
Your face is not on the screen.
I'm live. I'm live on my main account. Idiot.
Look, how are we going to get to the bottom of this?
We're going to get to the bottom of it? Why, you fucking stop threatening my fucking children and stop threatening to rape me. You fucking...
Look,
I know, Alex.
We had the conversation in the summertime, okay? You were badgering me. You were threatening me. You were doing all kinds of things, okay? And I made some stupid comments while I was under the influence of alcohol, okay? We talked about it.
You threatened to rape me.
I don't know what I threatened to do, okay? Because I was intoxicated.
Oh.
Did you not tell Crybaby you're going to rape me?
I don't know what I said while I was intoxicated.
Did you not tell me that you want to slap my kids and fucking shake them until they're retarded?
I asked you a question.
Trigger warning.
It was a question. It was putting a question
that's
for
what he
Can
said.
I do that, Unique?
And that's
not
what Unique's words. Those are his words.
I was doing it, okay? I said it only to get under your skin, only to piss you off, which it clearly did. It wasn't meant to be literal.
You said you were going to slap my fucking kid around and shake them until they're retarded.
It was a question. Can I do that, Unique? I said, can I do that? Show the whole video.
He was asking, can he do that?
Are you fucking
saying he wanted to do that.
Or what?
He was saying he wanted to do that.
Okay? You said you found forgiveness. If you found forgiveness, you have to be real about yourself. You can't say you found forgiveness.
Thank you, Ghost,
and this is
for continually
something that
putting
you're wash away and then
YouTube.
harbor resentment, okay, and negative feelings and make live broadcasts about me, okay? A person who's supportive of me is not making live broadcasts about me, trying to bring me down, okay? That's not somebody who's trying to support me. And
nobody's trying to support you anymore. The fucking gig is up, dude. Your gig is up. You're fucking toast. What don't you get? You're done. Your fucking gig is up.
You're online threatening me again. Look at you.
Threatening you.
You see how she's got nothing to say? She comes on here threatening and guys, Unique, Love Done.
She didn't threaten anything there. Yeah, I agree, Ames.
Ms. Lumbersnack, you've never even talked to me before in your life.
We'll skip ahead here to when somebody comes in the box again.
Request. Constantly threatening me.
Harassing Unique.
Who's harassing her? Listen, bro. The girl come in my box and just listen.
Right, Observer.
No, I'm not listening. I saw it. I've seen.
You asked the question, so you're gonna fucking listen.
I'm not gonna fucking listen to you because you're a fucking idiot, dickhead.
Don't ask me a question and then you don't want to hear the answer, okay? Just fucking stop with that bullshit.
You are a dickhead. You have threatened her a lot with her kids. Kids, I don't tolerate any harassment with
Tammy.
kids.
Money Man, you can come up after. But anyways, you asked the question, okay? So Unique Love Done, she come into my live, okay? I was dealing with somebody who was making ignorant comments at me.
No, I agree with all of them because you are a fucking raping.
Okay.
You rape kids.
Oh my
you
gosh,
harass kids.
Mom.
You assault kids.
Get out of here, loser. You're not going to listen? Get out of here. Next. Next for the box, if anybody wants to be mature, come in the box. Anybody mature?
Anybody mature?
If you want to come in the box, go ahead. Didn't he already serve his... Actually, no, I can't. Nobody's still threatening, okay?
He just threatened it like yesterday. Yeah, it's a lot, Observer. You didn't even see the videos I showed in the beginning. I'll show them again.
When you serve a sentence, yes, that's what the judge feels is appropriate for the crime that you committed, right? It's not to serve the crime and then be harassed and be harassed and be harassed.
Yep, you're right, Dream Big. Angie,
I didn't drop everyone.
he's in his
These people,
40s.
they drop out.
I think 45. Let me skip ahead to when somebody comes in the
Piece of
box.
fucking shit.
Oh, he gets threatened there, so I'm going to skip that. If you want to see that part, it'll be on my YouTube when I make this video public, but I'm going to skip that because that person did make a threat.
Come in the box. I invited you.
So I'm trying to avoid things like that, obviously, showing that on TikTok. Yes, he's homeless. He is not on any registry currently, but he's still actively threatening and harassing women and children, you know? Oh, yeah, Josette, I'm sure he's not that cocky in front of a judge. Let me skip ahead here. Oh, look who's back.
You underestimated people, didn't you, Sean?
No, I didn't.
No, yeah, you did. These people are pissed off. Everybody in your comments are pissed off because they found out who you really fucking are.
They're getting one side from fucking some fucking
One-sided.
girl.
You wonder why they're getting one-sided because you're a fucking liar. You're a liar.
You're looking for dick.
You're a lying dog. You're a lying
looking for some
dog.
dick.
Dog.
You're looking for some dick.
I have dick and it's wonderful.
All right, I'm getting flagged for harassment and hate speech because I think of what he's saying there, and there were some threats by some people over there, you know, some angry language. So I am going to end this and restart. Please rejoin me in 2 minutes. I'm going to end this live and restart in 2 minutes. I hope to see you all back, please. Harassing or hateful whatsoever against anyone. I don't condone anyone harassing this person. Like I said, I skipped over a video where someone did make a threat to him. You know, I don't condone, if he goes live, I don't think it's, you know, it's not a good idea, and I do not condone anybody getting in the box and making a threat. People who are coming in and asking questions and confronting him, like we've been watching, totally appropriate. But not appropriate to make any kind of threats. We do not hate or harass anyone here. Thank you, The Observer. I'm going to jump back for anybody who's freshly joining here. Thank you. Internet is fucking savage. Oh, I'm so sorry, Dream Big. I am going to jump back for anybody new coming in who just got a notification that I went live and who wasn't here before. Hi, Crybaby. Thank you for coming back. I am going to jump back and show those videos on Crybaby Steve's page, because some people are coming in and they're confused about, you know, why people are upset about this guy. So I'm going to show those, and we will jump back. I promise we will jump back to that live we were watching. Okay. So for those of you who missed it, he made a threat to, he has a history, 38 convictions, most of them involving violence toward women and children. He has been in prison about 23 out of the past 26 years. And he is still on here threatening and harassing women and children. And so he has not changed or anything of the sort. I believe this threat that he made to hit this woman's child was just like a day ago. Okay. And this is how he kind of came onto my radar. So I'm going to show this one and then the other one, and we will jump back to the other video we were watching. All right.
Abuse your kid. I want to fucking slap your kid right in the fucking.
Oh,
your mom.
Truth Teller 18.
Can I do
Okay.
that, Unique?
I'll write that down. Give me a second.
Abuse your kid. I want to fucking slap your kid right in the fucking.
Truth Teller 18.
This is for your mom. Can I do that, Unique? Abuse your kid.
So hear what he's saying there? You sent him an invite to come here? Awesome. There, anybody is more than welcome.
You like the last one?
And then there is this. Trigger warning. Okay? Trigger warning. Trigger warning. I have a sticker up that says trigger warning. I hope you guys can still see it. So he injured a child. That was what he went to jail for 6 years for injuring a child. And he felt like the child needed CPR afterwards because he said the child was unconscious. And this is him discussing his actions. I can't even describe it for you. I just need to let you listen to it. This is him describing the CPR. Yes, Dr. Diva. Yes, yes. Just yesterday.
Whoa, I mean, are you bossing me?
Well, we're not putting up with that bullshit again today. So if you think that you're going to get away with that again.
All right.
Anyways, keep it
What,
respectful.
from last night, you remember me?
Hi, Truth
Yeah.
Teller.
I absolutely remember you. Of course I do.
Did I hear Lily correct? You gave mouth to mouth to the wrong hole?
I did, yes.
Can you explain that to me? Because that's the first time I heard it.
I was doing CPR. He didn't need it. And I blew too much air into his system. And I was trying to relieve the air. I didn't know. I was panicking.
And you put,
I was panicking.
yeah, like describe, like,
Well, that's what happened. I was panicking and I tried to relieve the air.
so you, to do that, you did what?
Blew air through his rectum.
Oh.
Priority in the moment, okay?
Right,
While I was dealing,
Cassius. That's what we're
he
saying.
can't die. There's no way he can die. It's impossible. He cannot die right now. Do whatever the fuck you got to do so he does not die.
Yeah, Truth Teller, you're welcome to join the box if you want to share anything.
And your first thought was put your mouth on his.
Yeah, I figured it would relieve the air. Yes.
Oh, he's for real, Shelby.
So to relieve the air, you blew more air.
Trying to release the air. Yes. Hoping that he would just let out some air. Yes.
Jesus Christ. You did when you got him there finally after 2 days?
Absolutely, I did. Why do you think
He
it's in
is
the record?
disgusting, Ghostface. So, yeah,
You like
those
the last
are
one?
posted on Crybaby Steve's page. Again, we're watching some of his live streams from yesterday as well. Good evening. Good evening. It is, Lisa. It's hard to hear him and keep your cool. It's angering. I'm gonna jump back to the YouTube video. We're gonna watch more of Elisa confronting Sean. Hi, little man. Welcome in. Crybaby says if y'all go to truth.teller18, there are some documents you can see. Thank you so much. I wrote that down and I will check that out. Hi, Melky. We are discussing 1990 Oilers. And we're looking at some videos of his restreams from yesterday, some video clips, and a bunch of other things. There's a lot here. There's a lot here, a lot of information. So, I mean, we're not even going to be able to cover everything tonight. I mean, he was live 7 hours yesterday. And then he was live for maybe 4 or 5 hours today. He did get his live stream discontinued. So this may take several lives to cover things, and I'm sure more information is going to be coming in. Yes, he does have other accounts. I did take a screenshot because someone typed them up. No, it wasn't 7 hours straight. He was live for like 3 hours and then 4 hours and then like another hour. Okay. Ghostface, I just came across him yesterday afternoon about 3 o'clock, and I was mainly focused on trying to make sure I had all the recordings, so that way I could watch them all. And so I've been watching them since yesterday. You don't have enough followers to go live. Okay, well, maybe we can help you get you some followers because I followed you. Okay. So let's watch some more of this. And again, I have a bunch of his restreams from the past 2 days on my YouTube. They're currently on private because I wanted to review them first. But after this live, I am going to make them public so that way you can watch them all for yourself. There are some topics and some things that are discussed on these live streams that I don't want to show on my live stream. Okay, so you're going to have to watch them on YouTube because some of the things are too much, I think, for me to show on my TikTok live stream. So and this, of course, my live stream, as always, will be available on my YouTube page after it ends this evening.
Wonderful, thank you. Thank you so much. See how you talk to women? You're dirty. You're disgusting. Dirty.
Foster Grant, yeah,
Dirty.
I sure could.
You should look in the mirror.
You're canceled. Bye-bye, Sean.
Hey, Banana.
You should look in the mirror.
Bye-bye to your little fans that you have. Bye-bye. Bye.
Is that what you came on to talk about?
Bye. Bye, Sean. You're so canceled.
Is that what you came on to talk about?
Yeah. I'm just getting you wild up, some anger out of you. Come on.
You're sure?
Come on. I love your angry side. Come on, Sean.
You haven't seen it yet.
Come on, Sean. Oh, I've seen it. I got videos. Did you not remember, Sean? I have videos. Oh, there he is. Ah.
Let's go. Hello, Sean. What's up?
People are following you, Truth Teller.
I'm all right. How are you?
Very well. I'll be even better when you get off this fucking app,
Mark
you loser.
Shipman.
Hi, Corey. How are you?
That's not Corey. These are once again are the delusions. You need help. Go get help. You're disgusting.
I can hear it in your voice. It's Corey. What's up, Corey?
Oh my!
What's the issue?
You are so delusional.
What's the issue, man?
The issue is that you have no remorse. You don't take accountability for the things you've done to women, animals, children. You've threatened unique kids.
I don't know
You've
what he's
threatened
done to animals.
Somebody's 12-year-old kid.
My
on this
YouTube
app.
is
You have
at
threatened Corey's kids,
ScamSlam411.
Justin's kids. You're gross. Go get the help you need. Stay off
Emma,
the
one thing
phone.
at a time here. One thing at a time here. One thing at a time here. One thing. Let's get to the bottom of the.
The videos will be
to
made
the
public
dogs.
after my live stream ends.
What's the issue with the dogs here? You know, I have no history with animals whatsoever. No history whatsoever with animals.
There is a video. People have
Elisa
sent it.
said
There's a video.
poisoning
Reddit.
animals.
There's a video. Let's see the video.
Lisa says
Can you post the
burned
video?
animals.
Can we see the video?
I am not having anything like that on my phone. Sorry.
Black Dove,
Send
someone
it to me.
sent me the court papers. I haven't seen them yet. I've been live. Oh my gosh. Elisa said puppies. Oh my gosh.
Where'd you go?
It just gets worse and worse. It gets worse and worse. The more of this that you watch, the worse it keeps getting. His screen name is 1990 Oilers. 1990 OILERS. Yeah, the more you watch of this, the worse it gets. He tells on himself. He adds more details that just make everything that's happened more and more horrific. Like, and it comes right out of his own mouth.
I mean, the first thing I'm afraid of dogs. I don't even go near dogs.
You know what? Hold on.
Some dog, but I mean, the first thing she's slandering me about, some dog. where like I allegedly abused some dog, but I never abused no dog. I'm afraid of dogs. I don't even go near dogs.
Okay. You know what? Somebody made a really good point about him saying that, about how he's afraid of dogs. True Seller says, I posted the court documents from 2003 and he was denied a lawyer. I see. Okay. The whole thing about him saying he's scared of dogs. When I was watching this video, I was actually watching it, broadcasting it in our voice channel in our Discord. And there was just maybe like 2 other Discord members in there with me watching it because we were watching it overnight. It was late. And they were just helping me to review this video. And one of them pointed out that dogs have a very good sense of people and people's personalities and things like that. It's probably not that he's necessarily scared of the dogs. It's probably that these dogs know he's a bad person. Like, they probably start barking and going crazy at him as soon as he gets close. I'm going to type in his at. They probably know. Like, the dogs probably do not like him. Okay? They can probably sense that he is a danger. And they probably bark at him. And they probably aren't friendly with him. And that's probably why he's scared of dogs. Yes, they are great judges of character. They can sense bad people. So that's probably why he doesn't like dogs. It's because they don't like him. They don't like him. And they probably go crazy and bark at him because he's who he is. Okay? Aw, Ghostface. Yes, you're right, Poetic Justice. And dogs have like a lot of the same senses. I really believe that. Let's skip to where there's somebody in a box again here. Because that's when he does most of his talking.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, they dropped.
I spoke. No, I don't want someone harassing me.
Oh, he's saying people are harassing him. Of course. Of course. He's the victim. People are harassing him. Right? He's the victim, right? Yep, you're right, Beauty. Oh, yeah, he does openly take questions. He says he let anybody in the box. I mean, he was letting a lot of people in the box. Look, he had...
Let's get down to the meat and potatoes of this, man.
Let's get down to it, man.
You're on live. You got to look for some type of forgiveness, man. You gotta deal with what you've done and not give into this fire. Do you get what I'm saying?
Look, man, I did something 24 years ago. Okay, I served my time for it.
Understood.
Hold on a second, man. People got to stop cutting me off and let me fucking just talk, man. You just want to hear answers?
But he's done a lot
You gotta
since
listen to
then.
answers.
And he's been in jail the
So-
last 23 out of the past
What do you got?
26 years.
So I did something
He has
24 years ago.
38
Okay?
convictions.
I felt fucking horrible for it. It's not a fucking intentional thing. Okay, it simply was an accident.
Thank you,
People have to
Truth
start
Teller.
accepting that it was an accident. Okay.
Understood, but there's also a pattern.
No, there's not a pattern because it happened 24 years ago and it never happened again. I've got 2 kids of my own since. Okay, my child's worker. Okay, said that my son could come and live with me. They didn't say that my son could come and live with me because I'm still a danger. They said that he could come and live with me because
you
I'm
request
not a
Truth
danger.
Teller.
Because
I don't know
I've
if it'll
proven that I'm
work or
not a
not.
danger.
Well, I think if you really feel bad and you really want to repent for what you've done, you probably...
Elisa says his last charges were 3 years ago. Yeah, and I think he was on probation up until, or either probation or parole until just about like a year ago. He keeps saying, I haven't committed any crimes or had any charges for 5 years. That doesn't seem to be true. That does not seem to be true. Like most of the things, most if not all of the things he's saying, he is lying.
shouldn't be on here threatening people's kids and doing all this that you're
he's
doing
trial
right
in
now.
Alberta
And
in
maybe people will see
November?
that and say, hey, you know what, he has changed.
Okay, so you know what happened, brother? So you fully understand that circumstance, okay?
Dana.
There was a girl, she followed me for 2 years. Her name is Kimmy, okay? She showed me a lot.
What was he in jail for? The primary thing was abuse on a child, on a 3-year-old. That happened about 26 years ago. He went to jail for 6 years for that. And then there have been a number of other things. Most of the charges that he has had have been against women and children. And he's still threatening and harassing women and children. I see you, Chantel. Yeah, and yes, he's begging for money. Yes, he's begging for money. And there is a creator who is actually in here who got scammed $1,000 by him. And he's scammed lots of other people. So yes, he's begging for money.
To love and support. Told me she was a friend. She told me the past is the past and the future's the future. Okay?
It's a
and
lot.
Then one day she
It's
come on
a
live
lot.
and she was fucking spitting shit.
His name is
fucking trying to
Sean
be rude to me.
Costello.
So I confronted her on it. Unique came in when I was confronting her. Okay? Yeah, I was upset. She fucking hurt my feelings.
Right.
Okay?
I didn't want
have
to call you
feelings.
out, Dream
She hurt my
Big,
feelings.
but
So Unique came on at the wrong time, okay, when I was confronting my feelings. And
Thank you for
she got
being
herself
here,
involved in
Dream
this
Big.
situation. And she went off on her own little tangent, okay, like she does, like a little child, okay? And she's screen recording and making videos of me and posting them on her page, okay? And trying to bring me down, okay? So
But Sean, you got to take some accountability, and you
I
got
take
to.
accountability. Whatever
Brenda
I was saying
says
to
she sent
this,
him
to this
25
girl
last
that I was having a
December.
dispute with was between me and the girl, okay? We could work it
Sorry.
out together. For Unique to come on and start screen recording me and make posts about me.
But
And
Sean, also the article that I read, it shows that this is just a multiple. This has happened multiple times.
what's happened multiple times?
Allegedly, I don't know what I read, that you slashed some girl's face, and that this happened before with her and your girl and her kids.
The
And
girl
I
with the
think-
cut on her face. The girl with the cut on her face. She got that with one punch to the face. Okay, we were at a campground. We were drinking. She was fucking mad.
you catch that? Just one. Just one. He says just one. She got that cut with just one punch to the face. So he's admitting that.
In love with me. I told her. I said we're never going to be together again. So please look around the campground for another guy.
Yes,
And I
Ghostface.
think
There
most
is an
important thing
article.
here
I
before
actually
leave
showed it a little
is
bit
that,
earlier.
You know what?
Yes.
Maybe if you're gonna be online, you got to do some soul searching, and you got to seek some redemption.
Yes, Ghostface.
I have it right there.
Making
Yep.
more problems for
Well, I
yourself.
have it right there.
And that's my piece. I'm gonna let somebody else get on
Truth
here.
teller.
People don't want to let me redeem myself. Okay, people don't want to let me
Gonna-
redeem myself because they keep
Tell me
bringing
that
shit up
site.
and throwing hate.
What up?
Go ahead.
I mean, go ahead.
Well, it's your chance to speak, man. Go ahead, speak.
So, yo, what even happened? What'd you do 24 years ago?
24 years ago, okay, I was addicted to crack cocaine. Okay, I was going through some shit in my own life. Okay, where my little nephew got murdered. My little 3-year-old nephew got murdered. Okay, I was going through that. I picked up a drug addiction because of it.
Okay.
The child was bringing me his crayons and coloring book one morning, and I swung the pill. I thought he was going to hit the mattress.
No,
okay?
he was not in the
But he went off the
NHL.
mattress. He stumbled off the mattress, and he went crashing to the hard floor.
Awesome, truth
He
teller.
banged his head off the floor. Okay, it's blunt force trauma.
And what, he died?
See,
He didn't die. No. So anybody who's
See, now he's adding more to it. In the beginning, all he said was, "Oh, I hit the kid with a pillow," and they, I thought they were going to land on the mattress, but they land on the floor. Now he's adding more horrible details to the story, and every time he tells the story, it gets worse and worse and worse. Okay.
to present the narrative that he died is lying, okay? It's not true.
you,
It's
Brandy.
not factual, okay? And then what happened was I took him to the hospital. I was afraid. Of course I was afraid.
Afraid to take him to the
But I took him to the
hospital.
hospital 2 days later, okay?
2 days later.
Because he didn't look well.
2 days
And
later.
when I went to the hospital. They charged me. And then they started to make these allegations that I shook him, okay? The police weren't there. There was no eyewitnesses. They didn't get witness
Right,
statements.
Angie?
They just made the assumption that he was shaken. If anybody does their research, okay, you can find out you can't shake a 3-year-old baby, okay? There would be certain injuries that would be consistent with shaking baby. You can't shake a 3-year-old. They formed too many muscles in their neck. He would have had hand marks on his
okay,
arms,
True Teller.
okay,
I gotcha.
from holding him so tight.
I feel you.
He would have bleeding
I'm
behind his
following
eyes,
you.
a fractured skull. There's lots of things that weren't consistent. So what's happening is the police made this allegation about he was shaken, and they tried to present that to the court. My medical experts
Absolutely,
protested
Texas
it,
Tech.
okay? And we showed that it was blunt force trauma, okay? Similar to a car accident.
Ghostface,
If you
yes.
hit your head off a windshield,
They did survive.
okay? You could get bleeding in your brain from the sudden
Listen to him trying
brain
to
pushing up against the skull. And then what
justify
happens
it.
is blood gets into the brain. There's not much space between the brain and the
Thank you,
skull.
Grace.
So when the blood gets in there, it puts pressure on the brain. which causes a stroke.
You
Yes, with a
certainly
pillow.
can,
You guys
Texas.
gotta stop taking the pillow.
Gotcha,
The pillow
Lisa.
didn't cause the injury.
So did he die or no?
No, he didn't die. He went to
Why
the
did
hospital.
he-
I took him.
Hi, Elisa.
Sorry,
Welcome back. That's okay.
I was going to add something to that because my uncle's a K9 in the RCMP. And I asked him about the shaking thing because police can't actually say that it was shaken baby syndrome unless there's reports from a doctor, obviously.
Correct. That all has to be certified by a medical doctor.
Yeah. And what my uncle said is that what they think and what they've seen and what they know happens in cases like this is that the kid fell, hit the floor, wasn't speaking, unconscious, and then Sean, reactive, picking up the child, shaking him to be alert. And that's where the shaking baby syndrome came in right there.
Like to
Because-
try to shake them awake, basically.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But he, he did it violently, not
Yes.
in some kind
He
of
did.
gentle way, obviously.
And not to mention, he talks about, well, there was no marks on the arms. Well, that's because you didn't pick them up by the arms. In cases like that, he said, usually when people are panicking, they pick them up by the head part and shaking the head, to alert, right? So he knows what he did. And this is why he's sticking to that part of the story, because that story probably was true. I did hit him aggressively with the pillow because he was, pissing me off.
He said that, yeah.
And he fell on the floor. Yeah, and he hit his head. And then I panicked, shook the shit out of the kid, and then I gave him weird, inappropriate CPR. So,
Well, and what he's not mentioning is that, because this comes out later, because again, every time he tells a story, more and more comes out, that didn't the child also have some type of punctured intestines or something like that?
yes, there was.
So yeah,
okay,
how
so-
does he explain how that happened?
He you know what? He doesn't. We've asked him many times about the sores on his genitals, and he says nothing. And I'm sorry, but carpet burns don't look like cigarette burns. There's a very big difference. And I don't know any cops or doctors that will say, oh, I don't know if that's a cigarette burn or a carpet burn. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? My kids have gone
they're not
through
sure.
carpets.
They're gonna say that there's a probability of it, or
They look very,
something
very
like that.
different. Yeah.
Exactly.
Things have been done, and to be honest, I think he served more time than that. He's just sticking to, I got 6 years for this, and then I got this. But I don't think that's the truth, really. I think he got longer than that.
Somebody said he was riding his bike and injured himself that way. No.
Yeah, you know what? That's what he did say, actually. And then we said, well, was he naked? Does he
Yeah.
ride his bike naked? Like, his stories are just very inconsistent, and they're not making sense with the kid's injuries. I do think he shook the kid after he was injured. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at what he did to him, the CPR thing. He had no idea what he was doing because he was on substances. He had no idea. He did shake that baby. He's lucky he didn't kill that baby.
Unalive.
And unalive.
That's okay. Someone in the chat's asking where was the mother. He claims that the when the incident happened, she was at work, and that the responsibility was left to him to watch the child while she was at work. And then he's trying to later on, he kind of tries to blame the mom, saying, well, the second day, the day after that, she went out running around or whatever, and I stayed home with them. And then that's, I guess, when he saw signs that the child was not doing well and decided to take the child to the hospital. But he's trying to kind of put it on her, as if she, because she wasn't around, she worked and then she was out running around doing errands or whatever, she should have been responsible to, watch him, or responsible to take him to the hospital, when I don't believe that the mother knew about it. He claims that he told the mother what happened. I don't think he told anyone. He admits that he was scared to go to the hospital and everything else. I think that he did not tell anyone about this, and he wanted to try to hide it.
I agree with you because there's no charges on her.
Yeah.
If this woman would have known that her kid was injured like that, she would have been charged as well.
Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah. She would have been found responsible in some capacity as well.
And I think that's why all of these actions came. Like, the child's father is the one who charged him. But it does make me wonder why she didn't charge him. Where was she in this situation? You know, it was the boy's father who basically put him in bars. So,
Well, not to give her any kind of justification on it, but maybe she was scared of him. I mean,
that's a big possibility. Yeah.
you know, I mean, he's been violent toward women and children, and you know, she may have been a victim of his as well.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Thank
a
you.
bad situation.
That's all I wanted to point out there.
No, I completely appreciate it. I completely appreciate it. Yeah, he probably threatened her and said, if you speak out about this, you know, this is what's going to happen to you.
And she was a drug user as well. So he probably threw that in her face, and you're going to get your kid taken away, blah, blah, blah. You know, yeah, there was definitely some stuff there, I'm sure.
Absolutely. All right. No, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming up and adding that information in. I appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you.
Thanks.
To the hospital, the doctors helped him, okay, and he survived, and he's 27 years old now. He lives in Ottawa, Ontario. He's got a family.
Why does he know all
He lives
this?
with his mother. He works at Canadian Tire. I know things about him, okay, that you guys don't know.
Know
That's
things
not
about him.
represents-
Why
He's
does-
one side, okay, which is some blab fucking.
Why does he know all these things about this victim 27 years later? You know, true, beach lover, true. But, you know, I guess I just want to stay placed where the blame, you know, really, really should be here. You know, I mean, he's the cause of all of this. And he tries to act like it was an accident and that he, you know, had all these things just happened all around him and he had no part in it. Like, you know,
That's not even
crazy.
true.
Yo. He lives in Ottawa, Ontario?
He lives in Ottawa, Ontario, yes.
Right, Rue. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, I'm tripping there, man.
Maybe Rose. I mean, I don't know. I just don't want to speak on that because I
it
don't know.
wasn't intentional. It's not like I'm going to hurt
the
you
other
type
parent.
of thing, okay? It wasn't malicious.
But you still hit a kid.
You're
I
right,
hit him, yes.
Breakfast.
It was an accident, yes. And trust me, I live with that every day. Don't think that I'm gloating about it. I'm proud about it, okay? It was an accident. But I
You're
took
right,
a bunch of parenting
Kathy.
skills and
Oh,
programs.
parenting skills.
Come on, guys. I have 2 kids of my own since then.
Okay.
Yeah, but you lost your mind.
All right. He says he has 2 kids of his own now. He has claimed he spent the last 23 of his last 26 years in jail. You know, when did he have these other 2 children? And like, where, you know, he's never helped to raise them. And then he's said recently, like as of just a couple months ago, he was trying to get custody of one of his children. Like, what? Oh, it's crazy.
My dear.
15 and 13. Okay. Oh, he was in jail for more than 6 years. He was just in jail for 6 years, according to him, for that one charge. He was in jail for a total
Bro, what's the parlay of the day?
23 years.
I don't know what's the parlay of the
out
day,
of the
man.
last 26 for a variety of charges.
story is the kid is fine, right? The kid
I believe he's 45, Amanda.
effects to this? No, like when they did
Right
an update just before trial, they said that he had some behavioral issues, but they could not say that that was a result of the injury.
Okay, that's fair. Now, what else caused you to get 24 years?
I never did 24 years. I got 6 years for that. I got out, okay? I had a child of my own. And then I started having problems with my baby mom, okay? She's a drug user. And every time she wanted to use drugs, Sean's going to jail.
Wow,
I tried to stop her,
Dr. Diva.
okay? Sometimes I'm like, you have to be mom.
I know, Breakfast.
And I'd stand in front of the door. You're not going and buying any more drugs.
So what I'm getting from this,
He was a rug
I
user,
get it.
too.
You're taking some
I don't
accountability.
think he was stopping
but at the
her
same
from
time,
getting
too, when you're
rug.
explaining the situation, you're making it seem like it's the other person's
Thank you,
fault
Truth
that is
Teller. I'm gonna
forcing you
check.
to be
Well, I don't initiate these things. Okay? Same with the girl.
I
Same with the
did,
girl from
G-Star.
Kelowna, where her face got cut.
I did.
You think I wanted to do that? You think I intended to do that?
Maybe not. That's something that's you were.
I tell you, okay, the girl from Kelowna, she loved me, okay? I'll tell you that whole story so you guys know the whole fucking facts about the story.
She
I
loved
was
him
in
and he
jail.
punched her in the face.
My
Great.
car, my Mercedes, was at her house, okay, at her grandmother's house. She lived with her grandmother. I didn't want nothing to do with her. But she kept contacting me on Facebook, telling me that she's got these guys that are staying with her, and they're taking over her grandmother's house, okay? They're gang members. They're Red Scorpions, and she can't get rid of them. And she gave me some story about how I'm this guy. They think I'm this guy, and I'm her king, and she's my queen, and I'm out of jail now, and all this stuff. And anyway, she told me, help me get rid of them.
Right,
So I helped her get rid
Texas
of them.
Tiff. He does it the whole time. It's
The allegations.
you have to watch
allegations
some of the
online
other
are pretty
videos.
severe,
I'm telling you, it gets
and
worse.
That's something you
It
have to
gets
carry
worse.
with your whole
I
life.
promise you guys, the more
I
of
guess
these
the big
videos
question
that
is
you
here,
watch, the
in
worse it
jail,
gets.
did they check your paperwork?
Of course
Wow,
they
Bev.
And did they test you in there?
did. Of course they did.
And how was that experience?
Well, I mean, it's rehabilitation, right? So it's like the whole rehabilitation process. So I went there. They assessed me. They said, this is the areas that we think that you should work on. And
Did you complete all these programs?
I absolutely did. Absolutely did, and that's what I'm saying. So I picked up new skills and things to take on into
I'm not
the
sure
future.
who the guy
and,
is
and
asking
I come out
questions.
of
His name was
jail, and I went to the halfway house.
Jesus
I was at the Belkin
something,
house.
like Jesus loves
And,
you or Jesus first or something
I
like
finished
that.
my parole. That's what I did. I finished my parole with no issues.
The thing is, society is not a very forgiving place, right? So at the end of the day, you just need to forgive yourself for it and move forward. Society is always going to be harsh, regardless of what you do. They're always going to think of all the negative shit,
Thank
you know?
Ghost.
Especially when it comes to whatever child abuse or any kind of sexual abuse, any kind of domestic. Those are always clearly more frowned upon, you know?
Okay, those are slander comments. You understand that they're not
Slander
real like
comments.
that.
Thank you,
None of those
Jason.
things. Well, some of those things, right? But when you talk about sex crimes and stuff like that, like I don't have sex crimes.
No, I'm just categorizing like the things that are really frowned upon in society.
Now remember what he just said, that he doesn't have sex crimes. Now technically I don't think that he was charged with any of that stuff, but if you watched that video earlier about what he admitted to doing, that form of quote unquote CPR, come on. Bev said he robbed a bank of $40,000 too. Yes, I think he admits to that in one of these videos. Has anybody seen Amanda on the app? I don't think I've seen Amanda since maybe the day before New Year's or something like that. If she comes back on, I'll have her receipts
Right.
posted.
Unfortunately, you've been labeled with them, whether you did it or not, right? It's good.
You can't slander a person and then say that this person is this kind of way. It's not
thank
real.
you, Truth.
So the problem here is
Right.
convincing society
Why
that
you
that's the
bugging?
case is almost next to impossible.
Well, so how does it go away when the community continues to slander you and doesn't allow room for change?
Wow,
You're
Elisa.
in a very, very tough situation, and that's a very, very.
One of his cellmates.
It's almost unanswerable, that question. I guess action would be the best thing for it.
You don't think my actions have? I've been out of custody. I've been out of custody for 2 years with no crimes.
And that's a huge win for your own self. Like that's good, right? But you have to ask yourself, can you do more?
Well, I'm trying to do more.
What is he trying to do?
Or I don't know.
Says
There's
he's
just
trying to do
I know
better,
you're in a
trying to
tough
do more.
situation.
Come on.
And I'm not saying that these are things that are just so easy to do and thing, but I just know there's always more, and you just keep pushing, and eventually something
Correct,
will happen,
you
you
tell
know. And society will start to look at you like, whoa, this guy really did do a 360, you know.
And even still, if I put
It's
stuff out
hard
like
when
that,
I got people like
I
Unique
redact it.
and Crybaby who come on and say, we forgive you and we see change and we're in your corner, and then they're over on their page running these segments about me saying how I'm the awful person and no forgiveness and you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and I can only imagine how annoying that would be. But
You have to come correct if you're forgiving and you want to be in my side and you want to support what I'm doing now, not what I did in the past. Then
One thing I want to point out here is I don't think that he's even actually on TikTok trying to get people's forgiveness at all. I don't honestly think he even cares whether people forgive him or not at all. I think that he just wants people to overlook what he's done and send him money. That's my opinion. I think that he's hoping to just get a sliver of sympathy from, he had over 200 people in his live. I think he was hoping that even if he could just get the sympathy of one or two people that would be willing to send him some money. I don't think he gives a shit as to whether anybody forgives him or not, or anything of the sort. He just wants to catch the sympathy and empathy of just, even if he could just get it from a few people, so that he can get money from them. He wants a few people to overlook it. And he wants a few people to like play, buy into his stories of him downplaying the stuff he's done.
You have to actually be with me.
Thank you. So I'm not the only one. Yeah,
me.
And play victim.
Not
he feels like if he plays victim, a few people are going to feel sympathy toward him and still give him money.
I'm just reading some of the comments here. Someone's saying, read the comments, he was threatening her kids and stuff. So I wasn't there, I didn't hear it, but if that's the case, it's something like that will throw everything off. You can take 100 steps forward and be this amazing person, and then say, whether you mean it or not, I get it, you were angry, whatever emotion is, it's an awful thing. Whether you said it out of emotion just cause, and there was truth behind it, society will take that and rip you down 1,000 steps again. So you're literally walking on thin ice at this point, right?
Right, Ames.
So that's what we discussed, right? My interaction with Unique and her boyfriend in the summertime.
You're right, Breakfast. But honestly, I was watching this live yesterday, and there were people in the comments that were being supportive of him. Not many.
They're not leaving in the past.
Not many, but there were a few.
I know
it. Then it's not talked about, right? If you're leaving it in the past,
I hope so, Truth Teller.
You're not talking about it. You're not making videos about it.
I get it, but we're not like drifting away from the fact that you threatened her kids with already having, some.
It wasn't a threat. It wasn't a threat. Let's make it clear. It wasn't a threat. I said, listen, can I do that, Unique? It was a question to her, and it was intended to piss her off, okay?
Fair, but you have to understand what you think and what you're saying and what your meaning behind it sometimes isn't interpreted by society's the way they're taking it, right? So you really have to be super, 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 super careful when you're speaking, especially in the situation you're in, That doesn't mean, close your mouth and don't defend yourself, but you definitely have to be super selective with your words and how you're literally saying whatever you need to say, That's just my opinion. It is what it is at the end of the day.
Yes, he's begging for money, but
I didn't talk about her mom. I don't even know anything about her mom, so
he is very, very, very problematic.
Anyways, people are always going to try to knock you down.
Both his past and his present.
You just need to keep going forward and just try to be the best person you can be. Let the hate go.
Well, I mean, the bottom line is, okay, Unique came in. She got herself involved in a situation that had nothing to do with her. She pressed the issue.
He begs for money for hotels, for flights.
Okay, my past girlfriend. Okay,
he's saying Corey. He was saying
who I want you guys to know.
Recently, he was begging for money for a hotel room, and he was also begging for money for a flight. He said he wants to fly somewhere.
She was there because she phoned the police and charged somebody with SA. Some gang members. She charged some gang members with SA when they didn't SA her.
G-Star just emailed me for the link to the Discord.
I paid that $600 to fly her and her kid to BC. Okay, she got to BC. She attacked me while she was drunk.
Oh, here we go.
And I did what I did only to get her off of me, okay? It wasn't intended to cause her any harm or hardship, okay?
I'm not sure, Ames. It's the Canadian government, so I'm not sure.
When I got to the remand, telling her that that was unnecessary,
what their programs are, to be honest.
And she turned the letter over to the police.
Oh, yeah, American Girl. It's lots.
So I got charged with breach for basically apologizing to her.
That's a good idea, Truth Teller.
Well, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's never too late to change. Find God, and that's it. He's the only person that's going to judge you at the end of the day, so.
These people are quite judgmental, the 204 of them that are in here right now.
I mean, a lot of people here in the comments are writing the same thing, right? He's a liar, blah, blah, blah. Go read the news. He's totally different. Fair. I mean, it is what it is. You're a human just like me. I'm not going to judge you, but he's saying, some people are saying, so you're the victim in all the situations.
No, but I definitely have been victimized, right? And
He's been victimized, y'all.
Victim card pulled, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
And like I said,
I
this-
just
you're
found out
always
about him
gonna
yesterday,
expect-
American
People
Girl.
are always going to say this. It doesn't matter what you do. So this
then
is
you got
something-
other people. Then you got other people, right? Britt, he's a great guy. I know he's a great guy, right?
Someone says here, you can't expect forgiveness without change. And that's a really, really true statement, right? And you're trying your hardest to change, so keep doing that. But like I said, the situation you're in, when you do one wrong thing, people are going to drag you back 1,000 steps. So
Nitro,
always be
no,
mindful
that's
of
not
that
an
and
actual
be very
thing.
self-aware. Whether you just have to completely exit yourself from a situation,
he's
so
just
you
very
don't
paranoid.
say something out of emotion, whatever it is. But it's just part of learning, I guess, and moving forward. And
You realize it's 5 years since I committed any crimes.
and hey, that's a major win, right?
So why don't people give credit to, it's,
I got
5 years?
hold on. I got someone here saying you vouch for him. It's not about vouching for anybody.
Awesome. Thank you, Dream.
Or Alyssa, whoever the hell this is. It's not about vouching. It's just giving my opinion. And like I said, I can't judge you. The only person that's going to judge you is God.
Right. It's been 3 years,
be the
not
best you
5
can be,
years,
and that's
Elisa says. Mm-hmm.
People keep saying because you threatened her child. See what I'm saying? Some people, I don't know the situation. I never heard it, but people will never let it go. So be very, very mindful and selectful of what you say. That's all I can say.
Like I said, anything I said, it wasn't meant literally, okay? And it was a question. It wasn't, I'm going to do this, okay?
He does breakfast.
Someone says, go watch the video. Go read the articles. He was arrested 2 weeks ago.
Oh, arrested
I
2 weeks
was
ago.
arrested and released.
Arrested and
Because there's
released.
nothing. I didn't do anything. I was released 2 hours
Princess,
later.
he's
going off
begging
and you're saying
for
go watch
money,
the
yes.
That's the video. That's the
But
video is
he's
like,
also a very,
I wanna
very
slap your
awful
kid. Bob,
person.
can I slap your kid?
Oh,
Okay, but
twice,
even if
Elisa
you,
said.
but that's what I'm saying. You can't say stuff like that because you're on thin ice when it comes to children, right? So just, I don't know. You gotta find it in you.
Like I said, it wasn't.
Obviously, people are so extra; they're gonna go bananas on you.
Oh,
right? Just
arrested
because you're
twice.
past. So you gotta I don't know. Say you're gonna slap their dog or something. I don't know.
Well, no, let's not slap dogs either, dude.
Like I said,
I
I
gotta
was
go take
looking.
a shit. I gotta go take a shit. I'm out.
All right, brother.
Peace. God bless.
Oh, okay. Schnookums.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, look who's back.
I was beat the fuck out of by a man
I'm sorry that happened to
9 years ago. And he played the same fucking victim shit you are playing right now.
Oh, wow.
Everybody's out to
Lisa.
get me, blah, 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 blah. No, but you're not understanding, Sean.
I'm not sure,
You can be
Cat
the
Piece.
better dude and be free for 5 years and not commit any crimes. but
Elisa
your mouth
calling
is your
him out
fucking
again.
problem. Your actions are your fucking problem.
So I'm gonna answer that. What's happened is over the course of time, okay. So I have this record now, okay. A lot of stuff I pled guilty to that I didn't even do it, okay, and that's real.
Nobody pleads guilty to something they didn't do. That's also another fucking thing he tried to do, and guess what? He's in jail.
G-Star
So
says, I like this
People do it all the
lady.
time.
Well,
We're not
she's
gonna
here
have
in
that
the
discussion,
chat. It's Elisa here in the chat.
We're not gonna have that discussion. But anyways, now it's like I'm one violent crime away from a dangerous offender application. Okay,
Hey, Sean, I'm going to ask you a valid question here. Would you date yourself?
I would. Yes.
With the attitude you have right now, would you be with yourself right now? Would you be friends with you? Would you date you? Would you?
I would.
Honestly, have
He
you seen
would.
the way you talk to strangers?
Oh my gosh.
I'm very respectful to strangers.
You are bullshit. I've heard you, Sean. You disrespect people at McDonald's. You've disrespected people at Tim Hortons. You've disrespected people just walking past you. You are a disrespectful human being, and that's why nobody has respect for you. Because you can't take accountability like you are today
Alyssa.
of the decisions that you fucking made in the past. You are not
Alyssa.
taking accountability. You're blaming everybody else for their fucking actions to make you be the person you are.
Alyssa, why? Because you bring up McDonald's, right? You bring up McDonald's and how I was disrespectful at McDonald's. So let's talk about McDonald's, right? So how do you come into McDonald's?
Listen to what he says here. He's paranoid.
You're there to get some burgers, some fries with your family, right? Why you come into McDonald's and you notice that I'm there and you're taking videos of me?
You think people
Nobody's
are taking
taking videos
videos?
Don't tell me that
Of him
nobody's
at
taking videos.
Nobody
McDonald's.
wants videos
Stop
of you
playing
on
that
their
card.
phone. For
Stop
what?
playing
What would
that
they
card.
take videos of you for? Tell the world why people would want videos of you.
Because there's people, okay, who are very invested, like yourself.
Sean, what are videos going to do to you? What are they going to do to you? If a freaking little girl next door to you was like, I'm going to take a video of this fucking homeless dude, what's that going to do to you?
It's all about community awareness, community.
So you're telling me every single person that you have shown on TikTok and have been rude to you has been taking videos of you?
Look, you guys screen record me.
TikTok screen records you.
You guys,
Good
Is TikTok
point.
out to get you? Is TikTok out to get you?
Good
These
point.
videos are recorded.
you guys screen record me and then deny it, and then make little posts about me and
Because of your actions and your mouth. Why can't you take accountability for the shit you do?
look. Somebody says I'm screen recording now, and what?
Good. It's for protection for both of us. I don't know why that drives you nuts.
Well, I'm not being disrespectful though,
And that's fine. But you have continuously been disrespectful, hurtful. You scare people. You threaten people. This is what I'm trying to get to you. But you want this beautiful new start, but yet you're not willing to put the fucking work into it.
I just want my freedom back. I'm a
Don,
homeless
the
guy.
first time I ever seen you live, you were sitting in the fucking park, tenting, and wasted out of your mind telling everybody, thank you for paying for my liquor of your taxpaying dollars. I ain't getting a job. Who would want to pay rent? Blah, 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 blah. You flat out on your live were mocking people, Sean. This is why people don't fucking like you.
Do you realize that's said as response to the negativity that's thrown my way? Like,
Well, I'm sorry,
you fucking
Sean.
bum. You're a fucking bum.
You
fucking
are,
leech.
Sean. You are sitting there drinking the little bit of money that you have that people give to you, and then you go on begging for money. That's a bum fucking move. Get your shit in gear and get on that like other people do.
Alyssa, do you understand
Yay,
mental health?
Lisa.
Do you understand?
You understand mental health? Go get help then. Don't fucking sit here on this app and say my mental health, blah, 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 when you're doing nothing for it, Sean. You're doing nothing for it.
No. I went to the hospital how many times?
And you were still on your phone. You were not there to learn. You were not there to get shit done. You were still on your fucking phone. That's not mental health.
You don't think when I was off my phone that I wasn't doing things to get shit done?
Okay, but you were still on your phone. People were still commenting at you. Get off your phone, fix your life, get on your feet, and move on and be the great citizen that you think you are. Get going. People use mental illness as a fucking excuse all the time. But when people actually have mental illness, they get things done. They figure it out. They hurt, they pain, but they get help. We are asking you to get help, and you're the one who's still sitting here trying to get money so you can go to a different spot so the shadow people won't get you.
Harlowin, no.
But get help.
Always
my
in
mental
Canada.
health is my mental health, and you don't want to accept it, right? But
So getting a tattoo on your face with the people's money that they sent you.
No, it wasn't the
for your
people's money.
mental health. Yes, it
wasn't.
was. You said it on live. It was
wasn't
the
the
people
people's money.
gifting you, which means they were trying to help you, and you spent it on that fucking tattoo face.
wasn't the people's money, okay?
What money was it, Sean?
It's from my my compensation, okay?
It's compensation.
Chantel, stay in your lane. If you were his real friend, you'd fucking help him. Get on here and help him.
If you were a real friend, you would be
I'm not your
supportive.
friend, Sean.
Okay.
I'm not your friend. Because I don't be friends with people that hurt children and animals and women. And then keep threatening. That's what my ex did. And guess what? He's in jail today. And still is.
Do you see how you make those comments? But it's been 24 years.
I don't give a fuck if it's been 50 years, Sean. Your actions are the same shit.
You're acting like
And
it's nothing to do.
I would be scared. If I said this to your face, you'd probably punch our lights out.
No, not at all.
Bullshit.
Not at all.
Bullshit.
I have people that I go around, okay?
We didn't hear what
I
he
go around
says when
females
she
all
leaves the
time.
box.
They don't get hurt.
Okay, but what about the ones that did? She said she loved you. You literally just went on saying, oh, she loved me, so I punched her fucking face in.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's exactly what I
Wow.
You did.
said. That's exactly what I said. She loved me. I loved her, and so I punched her in the face. That's what I said. Come on, stop it.
Wow.
What did you say then?
I said she loved me to death. Okay, we were at the campground together. She wanted to be in a relationship.
So
I
you
didn't want
punched
to be in a
her.
relationship with her. I didn't want to be in a relationship with her. I told her, move on. We're not going to be in a relationship.
It's
So
okay,
you couldn't call the
Chantal.
police on her, get a restraining order. You just punched her fucking face in.
She attacks me. She was
then you
punching
push
me
her off and you
repeatedly
walk
in the
away,
face.
Sean.
She was
I'm not
punching me
condoning her fucking behavior
repeatedly in the
either.
face.
Oh my
She
gosh,
was
Carly.
punching me repeatedly in the
I
face.
get that.
She
Then
was
walk
punching
away.
me repeatedly in the face.
And let her deal with her consequences, Sean.
She
Call the police on her.
she
Walk
kicked me so
away.
fucking hard in my fucking dick 3 times that my fucking blood. I was
Oh,
raining
come
blood out of my
on.
fucking dick.
He didn't tell us anything about that
What
before.
about all
Now
the
he
other
adds
women?
that to the story.
Is it their
Okay.
fault too?
What other ones? My baby mom? You don't know what went on with me and my baby mom. That's the only other person. 10 years of bullshit with my baby mom.
Okay, then why didn't you leave?
I did leave. I finally left. I left
Okay.
for fucking 7 years.
Wow.
I left for
Okay,
7 years.
Bev.
Okay?
I'ma check
I
that
left for
out,
7
too.
whole years. I came back and she was fucking a raging meth head.
But you were doing drugs as well.
No, I wasn't.
Difference.
No, I wasn't.
You told everybody you were on meth.
That's when I picked it up. 7 years later, I went to my baby mom's and she introduced meth to me.
So what made you any different?
The different was I wasn't an addict. I wasn't smoking all
What,
day, every
Dirty
day.
Smurf?
And I left my baby mom's and I stopped smoking. And it's not till recently, okay, all this unwanted attention, that I picked it back up again. Not because I want to, because I need to stay awake.
Oh, he
She
doesn't.
doesn't like the truth.
He
This
doesn't.
is
Okay,
why she
you
doesn't
hear
like the
that?
truth. She just
He doesn't do math because he likes it. He does it because he needs to stay awake.
likes when she hears the truth.
Ugh.
Hey man, how you
Oh,
feeling?
I didn't hear about that.
I'm
Dirty
fucking
Smurf.
overwhelmed, man. I'm
Oh my
stressed out.
gosh.
I want this all to fucking disappear.
It just keeps getting worse and
I get it.
worse.
I'm really, really new to this. I had somebody, send me a link to the live. In my short amount of time here.
Oh, really, Elisa? You
I
told
think
everyone
one of the
today he was
things that
addicted?
you might want to look at
Well,
is
during the live streams the night
it seems like
before,
everywhere you go,
last
there's
night,
violence, there's
he was
drama,
saying
and
that
there's
he's not
disharmony.
addicted,
And
that
there
he
might
just
be
does
some
it every
individual
other couple
situations that aren't your
days or
fault.
whatever.
But I
Wow.
would highly suggest
Wow.
that you really take a look at that and say, how come everywhere I go,
When is this from?
every
Yesterday,
interaction,
Andy Magoo.
all of my relationships, all of my police interactions are negative? I mean, at some point,
This person
you're gonna have
tries
to
to
look at
talk
that, dog.
sense into him here.
Look, I've got a past. I realize I've got a past.
Hey man, we all have pasts, but you're
Okay, but
what,
people, some people are like, some things are never forgiven. Like
I think
it's their
people
own
were
shit.
saying that this
It's not their
person
shit. It's not their shit to take on.
works in
but you're coming
recovery.
to the public
The
with
person in the
a
I'm not
box.
bringing it to the public, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
Blue
I'm
Orange.
expecting it, but you're expecting your cup to be filled with grace. And even if you fed 10,000 children and built homes for the poor and downtrodden, like you're not going to get grace, man. That's where you're at. That's where you are.
Right,
And
Dirty Smurf.
you're gonna just drive yourself madness when you're expecting people to react any differently. I'm telling you how it is, man. Like, I understand, like, you want to be forgiven. I'm not saying you haven't become any better.
Right, some
But your
so
expectations
crazy.
from
Oh
other
my
people
gosh.
is what needs to change. Your cup is not going to be filled with grace by the majority of the people.
People keep going on about recovery, guys. I don't need recovery. I'm not an addict. Okay. So people
I'm
who tell
just
you I'm an
telling you
addict.
advice, man. I'm not coming at you sideways. Really.
No,
I'm
just
not.
in the comments, people are saying that I'm
Dirty
an addict.
Smurf,
I'm not
I
an
agree.
addict.
I
Okay?
agree. And I
Okay,
just
that's your
became aware of
business,
this
man.
guy yesterday
Like, that's your
afternoon.
business. But it sure seems to me
G-Star,
like
he
a lot
says
of
he
what
needs to be
surrounds
awake
you
all the
is
time
negativity
because
and
there's so
violence.
many people that are
That's what I'm
after
extracting from
him.
all this. And I'm also seeing like you want the
Like,
your expectations
and he
are
needs to be
you want
awake and alert
everyone
or
here to
something.
say,
He's blaming it
grace.
on, I
It
don't
made
know,
some
people who are
strides.
harassing and
It doesn't
stalking
work that
him
way.
in his
Not
mind.
with what you did. But it's not like you embezzled money from your job, man. Like you affected young people negatively. You affected women negatively.
Angie, he's in
And
Canada.
That's the society's job, man, to make sure like those are protected because they can't protect themselves. So in essence, what
I
it
think
looks like
Edmonton.
is you're just preying upon the vulnerable ones. And I'm not saying you can't do good in the world. I'm not saying you can't get healthy.
Wow,
I'm not
Dirty
saying you can
Smurf.
get some of these emotions in check. But you preyed and affected the vulnerable. And there's a price to
Oh,
pay.
Annie
24
Magoo.
years doesn't cut
So
you any
sorry.
grace, man. Even if it was 2,400 years. But I think it's
Jennifer, I'm not
important
sure if he's the
that the caller
owner
a couple times before
of
said,
Graceland
put the
Ranch.
actions in
I
place,
think
man.
he's involved with
But
that.
just change
Where
the
Nick Harris
expectations.
is. Yeah, Edmonton, Alberta. Right.
I mean,
I don't know if he's the owner,
you can't
but
tell a person.
I don't want to
be better
misstate anything. That's
if
all. The only reason
them
I'm
being
saying
better
that.
is not going to be good enough, anyways.
You got to be better for yourself, dog.
Oh
No, I'm
my
better for
gosh,
myself. I'm
fancy
better for
pants.
myself. And look, man, I've got some close friends. I've got a close friend here in Alberta who
He is breakfast. Yeah.
I've been around directly many times. Okay, I'm not threatening her. I'm not doing anything to her. There's no issues. I'm respectful, and she sees
You're
that I'm a good
welcome.
person. Okay, but she's here and she sees that I'm a good
It's
person.
just me. It's me, Trixie.
People on the internet read something and come on here and accuse and slander, and
Welcome in.
it's getting old, man.
Right,
You're
yeah,
right, man.
Patrick
When I
Ridge
go
owns
somewhere, it's surrounded by
Graceland.
violence and negativity.
I'm not sure if this person's
and it needs
involved
to
with
stop,
that or
man.
not.
But it's not the environment.
No, it is the environment. Look at these 218 people, and how many of them are saying nice things?
All right, let me ask
Thank
you
you,
a question.
Chantel.
And please just be honest about it. If I was going day after day after day to a room of 218 people in it, and 98% of those people called me a piece of shit, called me all kinds of names, said horrific things to me, I wouldn't continue to keep coming back to it. So my question for you is, why do you?
Because I don't normally have this many people, okay? What's happened is Unique went today.
I don't know Unique. And that's the thing. It's like, nobody gives a shit about individual experiences that you're having. They're looking at the big picture.
No, they do.
You're right,
Like,
Truth
nobody's
Teller,
gonna
and
look at
he's
your
admitted
paperwork.
that he
No one's
wouldn't be
gonna
able to
look at,
leave
you know,
Canada
your
with all his
accomplishments with
charges.
parole or probation. No one's going to look and say, well, he's friends with one person or one woman who he hasn't hit, so it's all good. Like, whether you have 200 people in the room or 20 people in the room, 98% of them, 99% of them, they're gonna have negative things to say about you. So
They shouldn't have negative things to say about me, though. They shouldn't even know who I am, right? It's not until somebody comes along
Yeah.
with a hateful heart, okay, and says, let's take.
See, he didn't want people to know who he was. He just wanted to be some random like beggar, I think, on TikTok, you know, getting people to send him money. I don't think he realized that, you know, he started talking about some of the things he's done and some of his past, and people started, you know, looking it up. Why don't you guys have Keisha on here? Which Keisha? Because there's a couple Keisha. Are you talking about Keisha Smith? I'm not sure who Keisha is.
This guy, and let's put him out in the spotlight, which is what Unique did, okay?
Okay, that's one person out of millions of people on TikTok.
Okay, well, she's attracted to this kind of attention. Then she goes on her live, and she holds a segment about me.
Keisha Smith, I post
Okay,
her
but once again,
restreams on
you're
my YouTube
expecting
channel
people to fill your
as
cup
much
with
as I
grace.
can. I have
That's not
to
gonna happen.
catch up on
Like, there has
some
to
of
come
her
a time and a point
recent live
where as
streams.
much as you want something in the world, if day after day after day after
Oh
day
my
after day it's
gosh,
dictating you, it's not happening.
Elisa says when I came
then you have
across
to
him, he was
stop,
talking about hitting
pause,
women and how
look and
funny
say,
it was.
Shit, man, maybe it's actually
Oh
me.
my gosh.
Maybe it's me. And then you've got to move forward with that.
Right, Dirty Smurf. Somebody supposedly sent me the records. I haven't gotten a chance to look at them yet. They were sent
I've
while
tried
I
to move
was
forward, man. People
live
have to
here.
just get out of my way, you know?
He got a
Instead
ton
of
of
being
gifts
friends about, we're
yesterday?
gonna come
Oh
find
my
you,
gosh,
we're gonna do this,
Nitro.
we're gonna do that, we're gonna do the other thing.
Awful.
That's
Hey, man,
not helpful.
I'm saying this with kindness. They're not in your
Oh
way.
my gosh,
you are in
Elisa.
your way.
Yeah, if
That's-
you would
that's
send
not
me
gonna
that,
be
I'd make videos
what I
out
mean
of
by
it,
that
or at
is
least repost it on my YouTube.
You're your worst enemy. Your own worst enemy.
You know, if TikTok were to take
And
it down,
listen, I've
they're a
been there,
little
man. I mean, not with some of the shit that you've done,
more
but, like,
lenient with
no one can
posting
mess up
things
with
on
my world
YouTube.
like me. And so, like, there has to come a time where you've got to look in the mirror and see accountability.
Thank you, Elisa.
And you got to look outside the world and say, hey, man, like, maybe I'm the one that's bringing all this negative energy to the party.
I don't bring the negative energy, man. I come on the internet,
Casey, you
okay,
are
and
correct.
then my ex-girlfriend sees me on the internet, and she starts making posts about me, and she starts contacting people about me, and she gets people interested, and then all this starts happening.
Then why do you keep coming back to the internet?
Because why should I be off the internet? Why the fuck should I be fucking off the
It's
internet? Tell me
awful.
why I should be off the
I know,
internet.
because it's like this. Why do you keep touching a burning stove? You're the only one.
Why do I need to be off the internet? Why can't I just live my life and she goes and lives
I'll
hers?
put the username.
Because you're wanting to rub a magic
In the
lamp
reply.
and have the
I'm
world
not.
look exactly
I'm not
like
trying
you
to
want.
deal with that shit. I'm not trying to talk about her online.
The
I don't wanna talk
restream
about
of
her.
this will
That's
be
fair,
on
but
my
it's happening.
YouTube later
Like,
tonight
that's her
after
dance.
it ends,
And you've
okay?
chosen to
As
say,
well
I want
as
to look different. And once again, reality check, it's not going to look different.
these
We should both
videos
be able to live in
of
this
him.
world. It's a big fucking world.
Can
We
a
should be able
mod
both be
post
able to live
them
in this
on your
world.
YouTube?
and get on
No,
with
I
getting
only
on.
have access
I
to
We
went
my
to school.
we
YouTube.
should also have a world where children don't get hurt. We should also
At
have
least
a
as
world
of now.
where the vulnerable aren't preyed upon. We should also have a world where everybody goes to bed with a full belly. There's a
Hi,
lot
Alika.
of things that could look differently.
I
But the
saw you
fact
come
is,
in.
like, you're trying to alter your own microcosm, and you're not willing to say you're the center of it. It's everybody else. It's her fucking with me over
That's how
here.
you guys want to read it, man. That's how you guys want to read it. Because I defend myself now. You just leave no room for defense. I'm just supposed to get slammed on the fucking internet.
But as opposed to defending, why can't you pivot and walk away?
Yeah, walk
Look,
away.
like I said, I shouldn't have to leave the internet because she's got hard feelings about something that fucking happened to her fucking 5 years ago.
Okay, I understand that. So if that's the case, then you have to accept where it is. If you're saying you shouldn't have to leave the internet,
Thank you,
and
Ro.
I'm saying, okay, don't leave the internet, but you're going to have to accept the consequences of doing so, just like a hot stove.
Okay, well that doesn't mean screen record me. It doesn't mean come on and fucking provoke me to say things. We don't have to talk
See,
about
he
it.
says,
Why do we
people
have
are
to talk about
provoking
what
him, and that's
went
why
on
he
between
does these
me
things.
and Corey 5 years ago? And why are we ignoring the fact that she's no better than me?
Hey man, if every time you walk through a door you get punched in the face, and you're like, I should be able to walk through this door, and I'm saying, go ahead, but every time you walk through the door, you're going to get punched in the face. Don't be surprised when you walk through the door and you get punched in the face time and time and time again. It's not going to change. And the faster and the quicker that you have that acceptance, the faster and the quicker your life will look a little bit better. But you keep going through the door, you keep getting punched.
I mean, I could do other things, right? Like I haven't changed. I could do other things. There's other remedies to this fucking situation, right? I could go find Corey. I could fucking deal with Corey personally, right? I could go do that. I'm not a changed person.
Not at the
I'm
present
not saying you're
time.
not.
I'm not on the internet talking about I'm going to find Corey. I'm going to go deal with Corey.
Can you? What I'm hearing is on a majority of your interactions, there's conflict, right? So it can't be everybody. I'm not going to speak about that individual person. It's none of my business. But what I'm saying,
That's what it comes down to. It comes down to Corey.
Okay, so it's Corey. So you're telling me if Corey disappeared, your life would be roses and unicorns?
Well, you make this go away. You quit putting the attention on me.
Yeah, but that's out of your power. Do you understand? Like, is it frustrating for you? Yeah. Does it suck for you? Probably. Right? Is it uncomfortable for you? Yes.
Thank you
why
for the
can't you
likes and
accept
follows,
it
guys.
won't change? Like, why are you
And
trying
I'm going to try to work on some of my own
I'm
videos
accepting
about him.
that it's an unacceptable situation. Okay?
So keep an eye out for
She's
them
going
so
about things the
we
wrong
can
way.
help spread
Why are we not
awareness
putting the attention on her? How she's
and repost them.
You know what I mean?
And I'm going to be reposting a lot of things. Already posted about him as well.
Why isn't there more negativity towards her? And that's one of those.
He initiated it. Hey, if I initiate violence on you, hey, Blue Oranges, if I initiate violence on you, if I come up to you and punch
He's
you
talking
repeatedly in your
to,
face,
I think the name is Blue Orange.
and you punch me
Or
back,
Orange Blue?
who's the victim?
Rosie, likely yes.
Well, in that extreme
I'm
situation,
going to try to keep up.
I would be.
I'm going to try to keep
but
up.
we're not in that sort of extreme.
Well, that's the extreme that I was in.
No, that's how it feels.
No, that's how it was. She came up to me and assaulted me repeatedly.
Hi, Chasing
the first thing
Crime.
you learn, right? One of the first things you learn in martial arts is you
Absolutely
avoid
dream big.
conflict.
And that's what I'm going to do.
Trust me, I do that.
That's what I'm going to do.
You're in this situation now, right? So she's hitting.
That's your
I just came across him yesterday afternoon,
Like,
and I've been trying to just
that's
get
where you
up
are
to date
responsible for it. Are you responsible
and
for
do
punching?
some research.
Are you responsible for getting punched in the face? I don't know. But the fact is, you're responsible for being in that particular time, that particular area, with that particular human being. You made choices that led you up to there. It's not like you fell out of an airplane and landed in front
Wow,
of this
who's new to you, Truth Teller?
You know,
Okay.
I brought this girl
So you've
from
been
Edmonton
trying to catch up and
as a favor.
everything
Hey, man,
too.
you
told me she was
I
in a
appreciate
situation.
that. I'll repost your videos.
I brought her
Miss
to
you too,
Edmonton.
Princess
I
Kate.
mean, I brought her to Kelowna as a favor to get her
Listen
out
to
of the
this story
situation
again.
that she
Here
was
we
facing.
go.
I paid $600 to get her to Kelowna, to get her out of a situation that she was trying to avoid. One that was very violent, okay, it was going to cause her a great deal of hardship. She phoned and reported 2 gang members for sexually assaulting her when they didn't sexually assault her, okay? I was helping her get out of a violent situation. She came to Kelowna. She was acting violent with me. She got punched in the face 1 time.
See, now, oh, sorry. Hold on.
Yes. You're at fault.
So he doesn't say, I punched her in the face 1 time. He says she got punched in the face 1 time. He tries to take himself out of the situation. And he does that a lot. He acts like all these things just happened, but he doesn't say like, I'm the one that did it or that I'm the one that caused it or anything like that. Yep. I saw some of that, Dirty Smurf, and I have a link to share about that. So he tries to take himself out of these equations as much as possible. Instead of admitting, I admit, I punched her, and he, shows, remorse for it. No, he says, she got punched and, but she provoked it. So he's victim blaming her for that.
I'm at fault. She attacked me first.
Regardless of what happened, you're at fault. Do you know why? Because you're a grown man.
I'm a grown man, and she's what? She's
no
woman.
accountability.
That's what she is.
So she gets a pass in life.
No, but she does not get punched in the face.
She just gets a pass in life.
I didn't say that. I said she doesn't.
Well, that's what
get
you just
punched
said.
in the face. It's not about that's not. So you're equating by not putting violence on a woman as a free pass. That's where you're fucked up, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how you're looking at the world.
This guy's
Why do you know how
right.
to get her off of me?
Listen to what he
You walk
says here.
away is how you get her off of you. You run away. That's how you get her off you. That's how you do it.
Dude, I would have getting attacked all the way, okay, down the road.
Well, then, listen, man, are you serious? You're telling me a woman's going to be running after you, right? And
Yes.
you're going to be, okay.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
maybe-
So you got to
maybe
know
not.
Corey.
He thinks
But maybe
women
you
are
don't
running
hang out with
after
Corey
him.
anymore.
Well, that's the idea, right?
But you're at fault for hitting her, regardless of what happened. You could have restrained her in a calmer way, but you don't hit her. Like, do you understand? Like, that's where, like that right there, if you extract that, that's exactly what's wrong. It's that. You think by you just said.
You think I wanted to be in that situation that night?
But you equate not hitting a woman
Welcome
with
back,
giving
Phoebe.
her a free pass.
Thank you.
You think I wanted to be in that situation?
Stop for a minute. This is the biggest thing that you're ever going to learn, man. You're equating not hitting a woman with giving her a free pass.
Right.
That's what it is.
Don't
man.
take it because you're repeating that, right? Free pass. You're taking that out of context. Okay.
Right,
No,
crybaby.
actually, it's the definition of in context because you said it
Awesome
talking about a
truth
very
teller.
specific situation.
I couldn't get her off of me. Okay. I couldn't get away. I was drunk. I was fucking wasted drunk on tequila. Okay. I was wasted drunk on tequila. I was on the fucking ground getting fucking hoofed.
Hoofed. Come on.
Hey, man.
I couldn't get away. She would have fucking continued attacking me. Okay.
Okay, but I'm going to throw a dart here, right? I'm going to guess that the majority of times
He's
that you
acting
use
like
drugs
he
and
had
alcohol,
no
great things
choice
aren't happening for you. I'm going to
but
assume
to
that.
hit her.
Okay, and if you're using alcohol and drugs the way that I think you are, right, and the way that you kind of talked a little bit about, it generally means like you're trying to feel a little more comfortable in the world. Because I would imagine waking up with you not having any drugs or alcohol, I probably wouldn't be waking up feeling very comfortable. And the things with drugs and alcohol is they really work. They make you feel real
Dirty
comfortable.
Smurf.
But then you have the issues like you're having, right? The consequences, if you will.
Oh, I know, Rosie.
And
I know.
you have a lot of work ahead of
I
you,
know.
dog. Because until you're willing to turn that mirror and look inside and say, man, why the fuck am I drinking and drugging this way? Why am I surrounding myself with violence?
Right,
Until
Casey.
you're ready to do
He
that,
ran away from the cops, but he
I
couldn't get
promise
away
you
from
this,
the girl.
nothing
Right.
is going to change.
Right.
And as
When it happened, he
I
ran.
see that comment. I see that comment, and I gotta comment because it's true. Why
True,
do
Sunbeamer.
we ignore domestic abuse that's perpetuated against men, and we justify women behavior? But when the man responds, he's a horrible person.
But hey, man, that's a whole different conversation that we could spend the next 4 years.
Why can Corey act like fucking tough gang girl, and then when it doesn't work out her way,
But it's not
it's called
about,
the cops?
bro, it's not about all of us judging her. It's about you having accountability for involving yourself with her.
No, I didn't involve myself like that. You understand? I'm at a campground, right? Like take in the setting, bro. Take in the setting. This is the setting, right? We're at a campground. Imagine a campground. What a campground is like.
Listen to this.
People around having fires and drinking some alcohol and just trying to have a good time.
Sure
Just
does, Casey.
trying
Blames
to have
everyone else.
a good time. But here's Corey, stuck in her feelings, going through anxiety, wasted, not controlling her own anger, perpetuating violence. And then we're like, well, it's okay, you know. And she's
Me
just going
too,
through her feelings,
crybaby.
you know what I mean? That's
It's
what girls
just
do, and just like, you know,
unbelievable.
Hey, man, I don't want to take up more of your time here and my time, to be candid with you. Like, I said what I had to say.
well, because there's no excuse for that, and so to try to offer one.
Let me just tell you a hard fact.
He was live
This is a
today,
hard
but his
fact,
live
and it's a real
got
fact. There's no
discontinued.
excuses for a man hitting a woman.
His live
And that's
access
all there
got
is to it.
removed. I'm not
And-
sure for how
and-
long.
and vice versa, there are no excuses for a woman to hit a man.
I didn't say that, dog.
Well, no, I'm finishing your statement for you.
But don't put words in my mouth, man. What I'm
Why?
saying
Because
to
you
you
don't
is,
believe them?
it's because it's not
Dirty
relevant to
Smurf.
the situation. Like, I
How about we just make a
King Big, you are
blanket statement?
absolutely
There is
correct.
no excuse
I've done a lot
for
of
a
research
man
on that
or
myself.
woman to put their hands on each other.
Dirty Smurf said a 10-minute ban. Nah, it can't be because he hasn't been back on. I think he got banned for like a
in
day
a
or
perfect world, yes, it is.
more.
In a perfect world, it would be lovely, right, to not have any sort of violence. But you know, unfortunately, that's just not the way it is. But where we're at currently is, you just shouldn't hit a woman, man. Like,
I never provoked that. Okay, I never started that. I was just a guy who was at a campground minding my business. I was on my telephone.
Minding his
I
business.
talked to a very pretty girl that night.
Oh, talked to a
and
very
I got
pretty girl that
attacked
night.
for answering my
Not the
phone.
girl he was with. Okay.
She initiated the whole thing, and so if you want to call that victim blaming, then victim blaming, fine. But I was the victim before she was the victim.
okay.
I don't know, Sunbeam.
No, it's the facts, man. I was the victim.
Okay.
If you assault somebody, the person who gets assaulted first is the victim. You can't cry victim after you assault somebody and then.
Well, who got arrested? Who got arrested, sir?
My parting advice to you is, like, just kind of reevaluate your
Oh,
expectations.
okay, Dirty Smurf.
on what
Well, I
you're
think he
looking
got
for
a
out of people on
discontinue
social
for
media.
a little bit longer now on his last
Unique, you can
one.
come in the box. Unique. We're gonna wrap it. I'm gonna get Unique in the box here.
Right, Bev. Right, Elisa.
Where are
He
you?
ran, but I thought he was the victim. Oh yeah, like victims. Yeah, they're going to run when the cops come, right? If you're the victim, why would you run when the cops come? You would want to be there, right?
You need to come up in the box. Let's go. I can't find your name.
You think so, Crybaby? Crybaby says he's either banned or on a plane out of Alberta. Hopefully nobody sent him money to fly out of there. I'm not sure, Rue. Oh, Unique. Says she's about to upload documents that are not public. Yikes.
Unique doesn't want to come in the box. That's cool. Unique, when you
Let me see if anybody. Let me see who else comes in the box here. Again, he really only talks. Oh, here we go.
Warren just said
Here's Elisa.
is exactly what I said. If she was beating on you, why didn't you walk away?
Because I was drunk.
So your first reaction was, I'm going to hit this bitch.
I
Now,
was
all I'm going to
completely
say,
intoxicated. Like
all
I was
summer?
wasted on tequila.
Warren's
I
from
was.
Canada.
so that
That's
makes
what I
an
was
excuse.
thinking.
Another one.
I couldn't walk
to
on
add.
my
Arrest him
run.
if he's trying to fly
I
and
couldn't
got
walk on
warrants.
my run.
You all summer sat at your table with your tent and bragged about how hard you hit her and you would do it again.
Wow.
That's not my true feelings.
It doesn't matter, Sean. You're putting it in the world. Why, if you're changing, would you put it out there like that?
It's my way of retaliating for the
To who?
harassment.
To what? Why is that harassment when it's out in the world that you beat women and children? Why
Because
is that
Alyssa-
everybody else's fault but your own? You're not taking any accountability through anybody talking to you.
Listen,
And
can
these
you
people are
just
being nice to
understand for
you.
a second? Just shut up and understand for 1 second, okay? So
I didn't like that he told her to shut up
I'm
there
a guy.
either.
I'm at a
He's so
campground.
disrespectful
I'm
to her.
drinking, trying to have fun,
Ugh.
and I get attacked for no reason. No reason.
You didn't get attacked for no reason. Sean,
What was
it's
the
written
reason?
all over your goddamn face.
What was the reason?
A type of guy like you does not get attacked for no reason.
I got
You
attacked
open
because
your
I.
mouth, you start blabbering when you're drunk, you're probably aggressive, you were rude.
You're making
It's
assumptions
bad
now.
excuses.
Everybody loves you,
Whether
Lisa.
this girl attacked you or not,
calling
call
him
the
out.
cops on her and walk away.
You're making
You
assumptions
would
now.
have never, ever would have
Wow,
hit her, and
Casey.
you would have been the greatest man in the world, according to you.
Sis, she's here
But
in the
you took
chat.
the wrong
It is
route. You hit her, and now
Alisa.
you're making yourself a victim.
You're making
ALISA.
assumptions.
She's
How
here in
am
the
I
chat.
making assumptions? Don't ever sit here and say that you do nothing, I did nothing, they provoked me, they did it, it's
She
their
is.
fault. Are you? Like, can you not hear
Why
yourself?
won't you just accept that I did absolutely fucking nothing?
So
He was American
let me get
Girl.
this clear. You sat there
He was.
and she charged at you.
What happened was I got a phone call from a girl
Listen.
that I had met while
There
I was
you
at
go.
the campground. Okay, a blonde girl by the name of Sarah.
So how
I got
did
a
she
phone-
know that was happening without you opening your mouth saying, "Hey, it's that hot girl I met"? So you taunted
You want to
her.
listen? Quit fucking cutting me off, man. That's so annoying.
It makes no sense because you're a liar.
Well, fucking listen, and it'll make sense to you. So my phone rang. I saw it was the girl. I saw it was Sarah on the phone. I took the phone and I fucking left the campground. I went down to a private little beach behind the campground and I was talking to Sarah privately, trying to.
Yeah, yeah.
And Corey,
He-
with her little daughter, came searching.
So he met some quote unquote hot girl at the campground, even though he was there with this girlfriend and her daughter. And he met some hot girl, got her number, and then either he called her or she called him, and he snuck away from the tent and went down by the water or whatever so he could try to like sneaky talk to her, and he got busted. And, you know, an argument ensued.
For me.
And when she got mad about it, he assaulted her.
And I was down at the little private beach, and she
Little
just saw me
private
there.
beach.
And she's like, I was behind some trees, okay? Because it
Hiding
started to
behind
rain.
trees.
So I was getting some shelter from the fucking rain.
Hiding.
And she came and she heard my
Hiding,
voice.
trying to be on the
And she
phone with another
"Oh,
girl.
you're fucking hiding from me down here at the beach? I said, I'm not hiding.
Yeah, you
I'm
were.
under the tree for some shelter from the rain, and I'll come back to the campground soon. Please go back to the campground. I'm just on the phone. And she fucking stormed off. She said, you took the smokes. I said, go buy smokes. You have my money. And she left. She went back to the campground. When I came back to the campground, I was sitting under this tarp. She heard me talking again. She thought I was in this girl's tent. She opened the girl's tent door,
Right, Alyssa.
and she saw my silhouette on the other side of the tent. And she fucking went storming through the tent and started fucking punching me through the tent. She came out
Punching
of the
through
tent.
the
I was
tent.
trying to crawl out of the little space I was in where the tarp was covering me. Okay? She started kicking me in my dick. I got to my feet. She proceeded to fucking continue to punch me in my face. And I was falling to the ground. My phone fell out of my hand. I went and grabbed my phone and I turned around. Get the fuck off me. I wasn't trying to punch her in the face. Okay? I was not trying to punch her in the face. I just threw a fucking wild haymaker punch. I was wasted drunk. I threw one wild haymaker punch. It happened to fucking hit her in the face. She grabbed her face. She's like, oh my God, you cut me.
my gosh,
I said, shut up. I did not. And she took her hand off her face and she had a cut on her cheek. And I was like, oh my God, come to the fucking tent. And we went to the tent, our tent, and I helped her clean it up. And we were talking, but then the neighbor called the cops.
I would never show something like that without, I mean, that would only be for the victim to show. You know what I mean?
You never ever once said you went to the tent and everything was fine. Like, your story keeps changing.
You never got the full story, and that's the full story. That's what happened, okay? And then the neighbor called the cops, so I took off.
Ran
Because
off.
you're guilty.
I took off, okay?
People that take off are guilty.
I'm guilty for
I was attacked. Look at my dick. It's bleeding. Blah, blah, blah. You had no marks on you, obviously.
Oh, maybe
Because a
that
real person that
crybaby.
didn't think he was
If you
guilty
want to
and
get
didn't
in the
hurt her
box,
would have
and
stayed
if you
there
can,
and explained the story.
like, redact
Okay,
it type thing.
so what happened was I took off. The next
so that
day,
it doesn't show the
I
face.
grabbed my car and I left. I went to Airdrie, Alberta.
Or
Okay, I was
crop it
passing through
or
Airdrie.
something.
I got off the highway, and that's where the cops arrested me. Okay, when I pulled off the highway, the cops arrested me at the subway. Now, they took me to the hospital, okay? I was assessed with contusions to my left eye.
Hey, crybaby.
Hi, how are you?
Okay,
Oh, sorry. I'm new.
that's okay.
Hi.
Hi, nice to see you.
Here, I'm just gonna do it because Unique's got it pulled up here.
I'll put you in the big box. Just be very careful.
I zoomed
just
in
be
so you
very,
can't see, like, her full
sensitive
face.
to, the victim in the matter. That's all. That's the cut.
That was the punch, but it was actually a beer bottle to the face.
Oh, he didn't say that. He said it was a punch.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
It was
Trigger
actually
warning.
it was actually a beer bottle to the face. And also I have I'm just going to show you briefly. I'm about to upload them. I have to put them in order. But I have documentation that is not public. These are parole papers.
Wow.
So if you read at the top, it says no contact with children imposed. He's not allowed to be around children.
Well, he's not on parole anymore, right?
He's not on parole, but he's on probation.
Oh, he's on probation. So those
He's on probation right now because he got charged, in the summertime, wasn't it? He got charged in the summertime for recontacting the victim and having contact with her.
Oh, okay. So he's still not supposed to have contact at this point.
Right.
Someone said you're doxing right now, just an FYI. I didn't see any private information there or anything like that. So
Nobody's doxing anyone. And at this point, quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't see any private
Also, he's a big time a racist too.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, I've heard that. That's what I was told.
You want to? I can show you from one of his lives.
This is from the summertime.
And green and sits on my porch.
Stop the live, guys.
My nig. I can paint him any color I want to. My nig. I can paint him any color I want to.
It's a true piece of shit, people.
This I have I can show you all the stuff I have here. It's crazy.
Yeah, that I've seen. Somebody did have that posted on TikTok. I did read that. It was basically like a summary of a bunch of his charges and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I have like all the parole paperwork. I have probably over 100 screen recordings from him just from the summertime.
Wow. It's a lot.
Love y'all. We thank you
lot.
for all your support on this. And yeah, I got to bounce out.
We thank you because you're giving us a lot of the backstory that, we didn't have and that is still very relevant and important to what's going on now.
Yeah, and like new stuff is coming out daily. Like your favorite villain, she can find stuff that nobody can find, and she's coming out with new stuff. So
that's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I did see that she made kind of like a short video that had a bunch of his accounts listed and then showed instructions as to how to report them to TikTok. And
he does have a 2-hour video up on YouTube about him.
Perfect. I'm going to check that out. Let me make a note.
And there's a lot of information being shared in there too.
Yep.
Okay, guys.
Got it. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Love y'all.
Love you too. Awesome. Bye-bye. Thank you. All right. Let me see if I can bring myself back to the big box here. Yeah, it's a lot of information. That's who Villain made that about. Yes. Villain actually gets in the box in one of these live streams. We're going to finish going through this live, but then probably after this, I'll end it. But there's so many other videos. After this live stream ends, I'm going to put all of my restreams that I have recorded for him on public. So you'll be able to watch them all. In some of the future live streams after this one, there are several awareness creators that get in the box to speak with him. I think Raggedy T gets in the box, Villain gets in the box, Samantha gets in the box, Smashley gets in the box. I mean, you're going to want to watch it. All right. It's not something there's so many hours of videos. Like we could literally sit here for 24 hours probably at this point watching all of the restreams just from the past couple of days and having discussions about them. And obviously I'm not trying to do all that right now. But I would encourage you to, just go watch them for yourself. And some of them, like I said, there is some content that I would not want to re-show on TikTok because it could take down my TikTok account. You know what I mean? So yeah, they'll be on my YouTube. Yeah. There's a 3-hour video and then there's a 4-hour video from the 3rd. And then, on the 4th, he went live for 58 minutes and then 37 minutes. And then there was like another almost 2 hours. And then there was a 40-minute video. So that's just all from the 4th. So there's videos from January 3rd and January 4th that Renee, they're going to be, on my YouTube, which is Scam Slam 411. Yeah, it's going to be on my YouTube. I have them already uploaded. I just have them on private because I wanted to review them and make sure that they were even okay for YouTube. YouTube is pretty lenient with putting things out there, but I still wanted to review them to make sure that he wasn't completely really doxing anybody or saying something really, really off the wall that could, risk anything on my YouTube channel. Okay. So right now they are already uploaded. I just have them on private. When this live ends, all I have to do is switch it over and put them on public and they will be there. And you can feel free to share them. You can use any clips from them if you want to make your own awareness videos or anything like that. Okay. Yeah. And the YouTube of your favorite villain. I would recommend checking that out as well because she apparently showed a lot of stuff
I'm bleeding in my dick
as well.
That's in the hospital records. Okay.
You got arrested?
I got arrested. Of course I got arrested.
You got arrested.
No, they don't arrest women.
The more awareness, the better, you guys.
100% they do, Sean. And that's
the
most
more
sexist thing I've
awareness,
ever
the
heard.
better.
Yes, they do. It means there's probably witnesses there that witnessed against you on that it was your fault.
And I'm not sure if this is true because I haven't gotten a chance to speak with him directly, but I think some of Mexican Homies mods are in here, and I think that they have made comments that he is on Mexican Homies radar as well, and he's compiling some information. So, if he's going to address it, he's going to come with facts and, and come hard for this person too. And again, the more awareness, the better. Okay, the more awareness, the better. I think all awareness creators should be, addressing individuals like this on this app. Of course, I don't tell people how to run their platforms, but you know, the more awareness, the better. That's how I'll say it.
There's no fucking way.
There's
no
you
way.
can't tell me. You can't
Bruce
tell me
says
that
Mexican
I'm
homie's
guilty
already got a folder
when I
going
was
for
just
this
taking
guy.
a phone call from a girl
Great.
that I was allowed to take. Me and
Great.
Corey were not boyfriend girlfriend when we were at the campground together.
Great.
We were not boyfriend girlfriend. We were never boyfriend girlfriend up until
So
I
what
flew
you're
her-
saying is that you went to a campground
He's
with a
from
woman
Canada.
and you were trying to hook up with another one
Yep.
and she got upset about it.
Right,
Yes,
Elisa?
what I'm trying to say is
He said yes.
Corey
He said yes.
contacted the Edmonton police about a guy named Matty Madrocks and Tim Wonderland. Okay, these are gang members for the RA. She fucking called the cops on those two guys, and she charged.
Now, who thinks it's smart that he's mentioning the names of alleged gang members on a live stream? Does anybody think that's a smart thing to do? To be mentioning the names of alleged, like, gang members? Anyway, I just wanted to point that out.
What does that have to do with you?
She charged them with sexual assault. I was in Vancouver at the time. She contacted me
True,
and told
Lisa.
me what she did. Sean, you're not going to believe it. These guys are going to kill me. I contacted the police and charged them with sexual assault. I said, you're right. They probably are going to fucking kill you. So I bought her and her daughter a plane ticket, and I flew her from Edmonton to BC. She was just there as a friend.
A friend.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with you and what you've done?
What that has to do with me is she was not my girlfriend, okay? She had no reason for me.
Whether it was your girlfriend or not, Sean, you can't fucking hit women.
What I'm getting at is the point being is we're not in a domestic relationship. If I answer the phone to another female,
Okay, but you still can't go and hit a strange woman that you don't know either. The laws are the same.
why are you justifying her
Yep, laws
behavior
are the
still?
same.
I'm not justifying it. I said in the beginning, you should have walked away and called the police on her.
I couldn't.
That could have happened. You ran.
I
You
told
ran.
you I couldn't even walk.
Oh my God, you said you left.
He's
and now
wait.
you can't walk.
All right, he said he couldn't walk, but yet when he found out the police got called, he ran off. How did he run off if he couldn't walk? Come on. Come on. He fled. He fled. How did he do that if he couldn't walk?
I came back. When I told you I left. I came back, right? So, and then she was somewhere else, and then she showed up out of nowhere. She thought I was in the tent having sex with this girl. Okay? She thought I was having sex, and she got super fucking jealous. She's like, oh my God, you're in that girl's tent? She opened the zipper to the girl's tent.
But what everybody's
she have
trying
the
to
right
tell you
to do that?
is that you can be a better person, but you have to change how you think and act. Because I've been witnesses on, and many other people in your lives, being racist as hell.
Wow.
You are a
Yep.
racist, aggressive
Call him out.
person. I don't know why you think that's okay. Look, you're smiling. You think it's funny?
Yeah, look at him
funny.
smirking.
It's not funny. If you want to act a certain way, get on
Right,
social
Tiff?
media.
I'm laughing because every fucking angle of the way, you've got something.
You're painting your own story, buddy. Nobody else is.
Every step of the way,
Everything.
it all falls back on me.
It does. They're your actions. This is what you're not understanding from every single body that has been up here. You're not listening. Oranges, dude, explained it perfectly and you still didn't get it.
Yep.
Like, you don't care the actions you do. And then you want everybody to treat you with respect. Like, I just don't get where you're coming from.
Someone says women these days.
You already said women
Yeah.
these days.
Women sticking up for women. Holy God, I'm
What
so
does that
wrong.
mean? Wow.
Well, it's like you're taking away from what the truth of the situation is, and you're trying to make the woman always look like the victim.
Oh.
Corey's not a victim.
Oh, my dear God. You're never going to get it.
Corey's not a victim. Corey victimizes people.
Wow. He's
See,
the
she doesn't want to
victim,
hear
right?
that.
Hey, Living in Paradise. Welcome back.
So you're going to literally have 3 different stories because that's what you've had. You've had 3 different stories now. One, you said you couldn't move. Then you said that she attacked
Corey
you through the
Lynn.
tent. And then the other one, you ran away. So what fucking story is it?
He does have a
So
lot
I
of
was
nerve.
trapped
It's
between.
ridiculous.
There was a tent.
Okay, did you want to know something? I've read all the reports. I've read every charge on you. I've done your CSO deep dive. I've done it all. I've looked up all your files. I've looked up from back in 2000.
Okay.
Like, what the fuck is? Why do you sit there and you're literally blaming
it
her,
is
but not taking
1990
accountability
Oilers.
for anything you've done? Not one thing.
If
Not one
Yes,
thing.
Riley.
You
the law
insulted a
states-
child 27
I'll do a
years
little
ago.
bit of a
Then you sit there
recap.
and you stated, oh, he's 27 and lives at home with his mom. That says a lot because you did some mental fucking issues for the kid when you fucking bashed his head off the floor. I was abused and so were my children for 13 years by a goof like you.
He does live with his mom.
You're a goof.
Okay.
You sit there and call women, you sit there and call everyone goofs. You're the goof.
Right. And it's like you're saying, Crybaby, his story keeps changing. He just said he does live with his mom. Like later on in another live broadcast, he says that the child was taken from the mother and is in like the care of the government or whatever agency in Canada that is in charge of like child protective services or something like that. Yeah, Elisa says he's not allowed to see his kids. I believe that, but that's not what he tries to portray. He tries to portray that, oh, just a couple of months ago, he was working with the child agency to try to get custody of his son. No way. Right, Rue. Earlier he said the mom did not have the child. His story just keeps changing. Thank you, Miss Positivity. His story just keeps changing. It keeps changing and it keeps adding more and more to it. But every time he adds to it, he makes it worse. The situation is worse and worse and worse. Let's skip to whoever comes up next here in the box.
Hello?
Right. Yeah, he's homeless.
What kind of songs is your dog playing, Mike? No, or what?
What's that?
Your dog. You're high on some dogs. Look at your dogs playing all kinds of songs there.
Well, I'm eating.
I don't know what that was there. Yeah, I think you're right. He lies so much he doesn't even remember his lies. Now this person has that document up as their profile picture.
When was your last suit?
My last suit was 3 days ago.
With this picture and a description of.
So you think it's
like a
everyone
summary
else's
of the
problem?
charges.
The little kid, the lady. You think it's everyone else's problem that they got hit by yourself?
I'm not saying that.
That's exactly what you're saying. You fucking idiot. You said that it was the lady's fault you hit her because she was angry first. You said that the kid was wanting to color or something.
That's the reason to hit. That's the reason to hit a kid. Come on, man. Stop. I'm not making.
You said
You
that
want
the
to color so
kid,
you need to get abused?
you said the kid wanted to color, so you fucking hit him. You fucking idiot.
Come on, man. You're not listening, okay? You're obviously not listening.
So explain what happened with the kid. He wanted to color, so you walk up and fucking hit him with a pillow. You fucking tool.
First of all, if you want to talk respectable.
Go fuck yourself, you piece of shit.
Okay, then we're not going to talk. Next.
Good question, Corylyn. He's been taking everybody in the boxes for the past 2 days. Like, I think he's just trying to get viewers into his live. Like today he was bragging about how he got 400 more followers because of all this.
Big fan of the entertainment you got going on. But if you really want a piece of advice, right? I guess I would say, listen, you're going to deal with all this online because you're putting yourself online. But I think some people, if you actually got your shit together a little bit, started to change, then maybe a couple more people would say, hey, you know what? I actually do believe this guy. He does want to change. He's doing this. But if they come on here and basically kind of make excuses, you know what I mean? And just like, yesterday you survived the night. Glad to see you survived the night. You had some people looking for you. But, if you came on here just, I don't know, just looking like you were going to change, I think a lot more people would respect it.
So, what I'm going to say to that is I've been going TikTok live now.
Good, Josette. Just be
almost
careful.
2 years.
Keep your peace.
There's one. I'll pin that, right?
Exactly, Dirty Smith.
I can't pin it. But anyways, Crafty Hooker says, I know him, and there'll be other ones, right? Chantel, I know him. He's a good guy. Kayla Rose, I know him. Good guy, right?
Yeah, there are people in his comments that were supporting him.
Yeah, but And listen, I don't know you from a hole in the wall, but it
Right,
does seem a little
tragedy.
bit like, you seem like you're pretty laid back and all this right now, but I can kind of almost see where if you put some liquor and some drugs in front of you, where you could just switch like that. So you like the guy before was saying, you can't put yourself in those situations. Does that make sense at all?
He's not listening
I'm
to
human,
it.
man. I'm human, and sometimes people make the guilt overwhelming. I gotta
Also,
mask up.
you got to look at it like this too, honestly, right? If you're willing to put yourself in those situations, then you really can't cry about what happens and how people judge you for it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like I said before too, you got to put yourself online. That's a huge thing about it. Number one, people are gonna hate just to hate, but then people are also gonna hate.
Right,
because
Casey. That's what I heard.
that's the reality.
What I was saying is I
Sorry,
have a support base, people who actually got to know me over time
Angering.
and know that I'm a different person. And they come on and they support me. And then you got the other side saying, how dare you support this guy? Whatever.
Whatever.
At the end of the day, I mean, you have some big fuck ups. You got some big ones. I mean,
But it's more than just fuck ups.
You're gonna have to live with. And and like I say, it's really the ball's in your court. The best thing about it is, Sean, is the ball's in your court because you can literally do whatever the hell you want. You have the power to change your life, your outcome. Honestly, and that's the beauty about it is that you actually do have control over that. What you don't have control over is the internet, shit like that. But you have control over yourself.
I mean, if you read the comments, right? Some people they take things personal. It doesn't even affect them, and
they got an opinion.
Good night, Alex. Sorry, I just saw that.
Yeah, man. Hey, at the end
Have
of the
a
day,
good night.
bro, I just pulled up to the bar. Hey, dude, listen. If you want better, do better.
Crafty
If not,
hooker.
stay the same.
I'll have to look for
The way
that.
it
Let me
is.
write it down.
All right.
Kayla says I like him.
Keep an eye out.
Anyways.
So sorry for being disrespectful before, but explain what happened with this kid. Your story. Explain.
So I moved to Vancouver, BC. First time ever moving to BC in my life.
So you're on the meth, obviously.
No, I wasn't on the meth.
Okay,
no, I never touched drugs like that. Okay, I was a 20-year-old kid. I was 20.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
I got to Vancouver for the first time in my life. I thought I could stay with my brother. My brother said, "No, you guys can't stay here." So me and my girlfriend and her child, we were looking around for a place. We found a place at the Ivanhoe, next to the bus station in Vancouver, and it was a second-story motel room above a bar in the downtown east side of Vancouver.
Giving a bunch of unnecessary details
a light-skinned
is
black guy
a sign
introduced me to some crack. Okay,
of lying.
Brought me to his.
Okay, there it is. Okay.
So he introduced me to some crack. I called home.
Yeah,
and
why
I
does
got
he
word
mention
from my family
the
that my little 3-year-old
race
nephew
of the person?
had been murdered by a cab driver. He was up on the sidewalk, and the cab driver rode up the sidewalk and mowed him down and murdered him. Okay? So I met this black guy, and he introduced me to crack, and I started smoking crack as a way to mask my pain.
Why does it matter that he's black?
Exactly.
I'm just letting you know that he was a black guy.
Oh, okay. Okay. Big bad black guy. Okay.
Yeah, why is he even mentioning that? Why isn't it just a guy?
So I'm chilling at the guy's place. We're smoking meth, or we're smoking rock.
Okay.
And then I got addicted to it. So I picked that habit up. One morning,
Or say his name.
I was withdrawing. Me and my girlfriend were taking.
Because he doesn't have a problem with giving anybody else's
She'd
name.
go one day, I would go the next. She'd go the next day, I'd go the next. This was her day to work. She went to work. We had been up all night smoking crack.
Yeah.
Me and my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And when I woke up, I told the child, I need the television. He was watching cartoons. I said, I need the television. If you want to color, go grab your coloring book and crayons.
Yeah.
So he went to go do that. When he came back, I was goofing around with him. Okay? I wasn't trying to hurt him. I swung a pillow. I thought he'd land on the mattress. He stumbled off the mattress. He fell. He hit his head on the hard floor. Immediately, I went and I picked him up. But he fell in my arms, unconscious.
Fell into his
I got
arms?
scared. I started to give him CPR.
Okay, and do you expect...
So wait, how does that happen? How did he fall on the floor and hit his head and also fall into his arms unconscious at the same time? How does that happen? Yeah, he picked him up. Mm-hmm.
anybody to
his
believe
story's
what you're
changing.
saying? That you didn't mean to give a kid brain damage?
This is the fact. Why would I intentionally do something so stupid?
I'm sure. Okay.
He's intentionally done a lot of things stupid.
Why would you give me a logical reason why I would?
Here's the real shot.
Fucking an injury like that.
Because you're an abusive piece of shit.
No. I'm not. See, don't try to paint that picture for me.
Okay, so you have a long history of violence against women and children.
Not a long history against children.
Yes,
okay, I have the one incident.
Violence against women and children.
I have the one incident, and I took a bunch of programs and rehabilitated myself. Okay, and I went
rehabilitated himself.
On my own. Okay, my 2 children never got abused.
That's because you were in jail the whole time they were
they love
growing
me.
up.
They know that I'm a great guy.
He's been in jail the last 23 out of 26 years of his life.
So
that's something that you should be focused on, not trying to excuse your actions on TikTok.
I'm not trying to excuse him.
When has he been around his children?
I don't want to be slandered, okay? Nobody got angry and picked him up and shook him. That's all a lie, okay?
I see, Yoga.
How long before you took the kid that you apparently joking around, hit him with a pillow, whatever? How long before you took him to the hospital?
It was a day and a half.
Nope, earlier he said 2 days.
And you expect anybody to feel any sort of sympathy for you?
Well, at first I didn't think he needed it. Okay, he was talking to me. He was okay.
Holy shit, man! You need to check in somewhere. You need to get some fucking help, and you need to own up to your actions.
Well, I did that.
Exactly, Tess. I have no idea how he did that.
I got arrested and I went to program.
Awful.
Went to PC, right? You're in protective custody. You need to.
Well, I went to the pen, right? So I went to
general. Where? Which pen?
I went to Mission.
But that's not.
Okay,
where's the part where he gave him the CPR?
The pen, right? So there's no
in
difference.
That story.
You're in protective custody. Your whole fucking anytime you went anywhere, you're in protective custody.
Have you done time?
Fuck no, I haven't done time. I'm not a piece of shit.
Okay, so when you go to the federal penitentiary,
it's
just GP.
Oh, and what happened when you were in there? Did you have paperwork and everything?
Of course, and there was problems, right? And I've dealt with all those hardships 24 years ago.
He dealt with the hardships, y'all.
I went to the
he dealt with the hardships.
Pacific Institution, okay, where they offered programs. And
so how does someone who's just a victim have hundreds of charges against women and children?
Yes, he did.
He's got hundreds and hundreds.
Look at your report online, man. You have what, like fucking 350 different fucking charges or something?
No, I don't. Come on, man. If you're gonna talk about me, talk correct.
Buddy, you have multiple charges against women and children.
I've got 38 total convictions with all my charges all together.
There you
against
go.
Women and children.
Exactly, Riley.
How can you possibly think that anybody's gonna believe you or even fucking take your side, do anything?
Hold on a second. Somebody just texted me about somebody in the comments.
Was that your dealer? Can he spot you?
No, I don't have a dealer, man.
Oh, attaboy. You just go beg on the streets for it.
Right, dirty Smurf.
So let's say I'm leaving.
It wouldn't cause that.
Anyways, I'm not going to give you any more time. I hope you fucking die. I hope somebody kills you. I hope your life catches up to you.
What do you mean? I've done my time, and I've rehabilitated.
He's rehabilitated, but he just literally threatened to hit someone else's child.
Anyone else?
Like yesterday. Let me see if anybody else comes up in the box here. I'm trying to remember because I've watched so many hours of his videos. He doesn't talk a lot unless he got somebody in the box. He doesn't.
I was scared.
Somebody asked him why he didn't take the child to the hospital right away. He said, because I was scared. He doesn't respond to the comments a whole lot. That's why he responds to people in the box most of the time.
People saying.
Let's see if somebody else comes up here. Sorry, I'm just trying to skip ahead here. See if he talks much anymore. Exactly, Alika. Exactly, Alika. Exactly right.
man.
I just had a question, man. So you said that there was only one child, but on the internet it does say
I've
that
heard
there was
that,
a
Casey,
3-year-old
but I
and an
don't-
18-month-old. So is that true? I'm just wondering.
You know,
Hell,
he's
I don't even know who
paranoid.
you are. I've just seen you on TikTok. Like, I don't know the full story, but
So in the whole broken telephone game that's going on here,
yeah, like that's why I wanted to come on here and share that with you.
that's what it is. It's a broken telephone. Okay. So what happened was
Oh,
I
okay,
met his
Crybaby. That
mom
makes sense.
when the child was 18 months old. When the injury happened, he was 3 years old.
Okay, got you. So it's same child, just different ages.
Probably is going crazy.
Yes.
It can't be live. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I asked
And
if he had any other
found
social
guilty
media, like
of these
if he was
charges?
maybe go live on
So I
IG
went to trial for
or
the
YouTube or
for the head injury.
Yep.
Okay. And I was convicted for aggravated assault on that one. Why was I convicted? Because I committed the act of swinging the pillow. So I hit him
exactly,
with the
Big
pillow.
R.
And then the injuries that he suffered from made it aggravated.
Sunflower. I don't think all his pages are nannered.
Okay.
I have a list of them, and I'm going to check them all
I
out.
got little brothers and stuff. Like I'll play around with them and like we'll pillow fight and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna hit them hard enough that they're gonna
Right,
fall on
like,
the ground.
right.
And maybe it was an accident, genuinely. But like,
Look, dude, I didn't want him to fall off the bed. I wasn't trying to send him off the bed. I wasn't trying to make him fly off the bed.
He's in
He
Edmonton,
stumbled off the bed and
Alberta,
he hit his head
Canada.
on the floor.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to come on here and slander you and badmouth you. No, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on and make some maybe give like the TikTok community some clarity on what's going on and who you.
Well, they don't want to listen to anything other than he was shaken or that it was a malicious
Dirty
attempt
Smurf
to
said this is his
harm a child.
biggest account for
I was a
lives.
20-year-old
Thank you.
kid. I'm 45 now. Okay,
But I'm gonna make note of his
I made a
other-
mistake when I was under the influence.
Yeah, I completely understand that. Like I've been down that road too, and it's just like I've done certain things that I regret, and I mean, God knows if I ever like hurt someone or anything like that. But do you think being under the influence is like kind of an excuse, or like are you saying it's an excuse, or are you?
I just wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking.
Exactly,
I wasn't thinking.
Proud Mama,
I wasn't
too.
putting it out there that
Mm-hmm.
I never put a thought into it that he could possibly be potentially hurt if I swung the pillow. I just swung the pillow, being a goofball, and it caused all those damages. I mean, it's not like I got fucking angry, like, oh, Peter, you little fucker. You know, it wasn't some fucking angry scene.
Okay, and you also said
Right,
that.
Crybaby.
Oh, gee, sorry, I'm having a brain fart. You also said that.
Yep.
Oh, fuck,
Dirty
I'm
Smurf.
blanking. Hey, well, one sec. I have someone else who wants to talk to you, okay?
Go ahead.
So you're saying it's just a coincidence that you've been charged multiple times with assault?
Coincidence? What happened was I got out of prison, and my son's mother, okay, who is a meth addict, she took advantage of the law. Okay, so if you know anything about government services.
Okay, now listen to this. He's basically now saying, even though he's admitted to a lot of violent acts on people, he's now trying to say that I believe it was his ex or his baby mom, like basically was falsely accusing him of it so she could get some type of government benefits. So he's trying to, again, blame the victim and make like she was like doing this to him. He's trying to victimize, make himself the victim in all of this again.
If you file for domestic charges on your domestic partner, you can get fleeing abuse money.
Fleeing abuse
and
money.
they give you quite a bit of money. It's a decent amount. And then they give you all these other free services like you get priority on the housing list. Okay? So my baby mom took advantage of those little perks that she would get. $134 for a 3-bedroom townhouse.
Right,
A couple $1,000s for fleeing abuse that she could use on drugs. Okay? So my baby mom would abuse the system. And she would use me as a result because,
This is just-
same here, right? She didn't respect me because of the crime against the child.
I hear you, and there are people out there that do abuse the system, but in order to be convicted or charged of anything, you have to have a case against you. The disclosure's got to have something.
Well, the problem is, I would end up in the remand center. I would go for bail denied, right? A risk of fucking fleeing, a risk of going and fucking retaliating against the accuser. So they would keep me in jail. I'd sit there for several months, and then the crown would come to me and say, look, just plead guilty, time served, and probation. And I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm guilty. And I would plead guilty to things that I probably could have beaten trial.
Right,
Yeah, but I've been falsely accused of harassment, and never once did I think that it was a good idea to plead guilty to something I wasn't guilty of.
I just wanted to get out of jail. That's the bottom. I can't explain it other than that. I just wanted out of jail. I didn't want to be in jail, and if it meant pleading guilty,
Right.
I never
Pants. I've never heard of that. I
looked
don't
into
know
the
if
future,
Canada
how it was
has
going to
any of that
affect my
stuff,
future,
but I've never
how it was
heard
going
of
to
that.
affect my offending pattern. Okay, how it would show like a repeated history of offending. I would just always plead guilty, plead guilty, plead guilty.
Well, that would have been your lawyer's job to make sure 100% you were understanding of what the risk was and what the consequences would have been. And why is it that I'm looking at a legal document from Court of Appeal saying that you were already on probation for an earlier assault of a child after violently shaking a 3-year-old?
Wow.
Because I got accused of slapping him.
Wow.
But it's stating that there's 2 different children involved.
No, it's the same child.
So he abused the same child twice.
So you've gotten accused of abusing the same child twice.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And who was the one that began these charges? The baby mama?
The baby father.
Okay, I guess that's all the questions I have. I think you've answered them pretty well.
The baby father initiated that, trying to eliminate me from the scene.
Okay, that's me again. I'm just wondering.
I think there's good reason to eliminate you from the scene, sir.
Of what happened and why people are saying these things. Like, you know what I mean?
Riley Rue.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's in Canada. I think he is currently on probation.
Like, let's just start from like the beginning.
And he's
so
in Canada.
You're a young kid. You're fucked up on. Sorry, you're all messed up on drugs, and you're not thinking straight. Okay, well let's go from there.
Okay, so the story goes, I pick up the aggravated assault with him. I do my time, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, many moons have passed, right? 2 decades.
20 years, yeah.
2 decades passed. And I hooked up with this girl, Corey Stitchman.
Mm-hmm.
And we had our incident.
Oh, no worries, Riley. No, he's
And
always been in Canada
She
as
got
far
with a
as I
guy,
know.
okay, a biker guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to get retaliation, okay? It wasn't about the time, okay? So then what happened was I finished parole 2 years ago.
Just yeah.
I've been off parole for 2 years.
Yep.
And
Right, proud mama?
she wasn't satisfied, okay? 2 years ago, she took to the internet and she introduced herself to a group by the name of Dog Dads on Guard, if you're familiar.
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, there's a group in Edmonton called Dog Dads on Guard, and she reached out to them, her and her boyfriend, and she made allegations of sex crimes. Okay, that I don't have any on my whole entire record. You guys can read my record. I don't have a single one, but she made allegations. Okay, and that group tracked me down to a motel. And they assaulted me, okay?
Oh, gotcha,
Put 11
Riley
staples
Rue.
in my head.
Okay.
2 years ago.
No, he means British Columbia.
They went up on charges.
Yeah.
Because
no,
they
he's
went up on
just been in
charges.
different areas of
They
Canada.
were super fucking aggressive on the internet,
Yes, Fancy
okay?
Pants.
Trying
It's a
to
Facebook group.
defame me.
Mm-hmm.
So
I twisted.
I've been dealing with that stalking, abusive behavior from my ex-girlfriend, okay? Who now reaches
okay,
out.
Fancy
This
Pants.
document that you see going around, this came from Corey.
Okay.
These documents that you're seeing on the internet, they're under a publication ban, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's not public record, okay? That was shared
A publication
illegally
ban?
So
because it's not real information.
Oh, okay. Gotcha, Dirty Smurf.
So, and like people are saying, like you're still doing this stuff. So like,
No, I'm
where-
not.
Then where would they be getting that information? I'm not saying you are.
It's false, man. It's slander.
Mhm.
It's not true, okay?
Does any of these people have any information or any
The
proof?
court
anything?
documents are
Is it just
slander,
words?
right?
It's just words, bro. It's just words, man.
And did you try to contact her while you were inside?
Who, Corey?
Yeah.
I phoned her. So you're going to hear about how I contacted her 450 times, okay? We were still in communication. She's not talking about how many phone calls she took.
So
The hours.
okay, so basically what you're saying is you guys were in contact. You called her, and let's say she wasn't
450
answering one day,
times.
and so you're just trying to call her, and they're taking that as you're spam calling her. Da da da.
So I was at the remand center in Edmonton, okay? And the unit is packed, and there's only so many
He doesn't,
telephones.
Roses? No, this is
There's
from
not a Wi-Fi
yesterday.
phone number.
But I have
So
lots of his
it would be my turn to
restreams,
use the telephone.
and I'm going to make them public
And
on my
during the course
YouTube
of my
after this
telephone
live
period,
ends.
I might try to call the Wi-Fi number 20
Yes,
times,
he's Canadian.
trying to get a hold of her.
Yeah, but like this is just my opinion. Don't you think at a certain point, if she's not answering, that you shouldn't keep calling? And like, I can understand being inside and like just wanting someone to take that phone call.
Yeah,
like,
Dakota Mom,
that.
he just got,
But
I just
like,
became
at a
aware of
certain
him
point,
yesterday
there's got to be a
afternoon.
moment where you're like, okay, well, she doesn't want to talk to me.
No, but she was taking calls.
But after the 20th time, like, of you calling and her not answering.
Well, sometimes I would call 20 times, and then she would answer the 21st call, and she would talk to me for
Can
an
you
hour.
imagine somebody calling you 21 times, 20 times,
She
and
told me
then
that
you
she loved
answer on
me.
the 21st time? Like, calling
And
20
again, like,
something
just
times?
like these people on here that are saying this stuff. What you're saying right now, do you have any actual
Right,
proof of that?
exactly, crybaby. It is admitting to it.
I'm not going to have the phone records.
Well, we'll have lots of
I'm not trying
information
to
out
shit
there,
talk, I'm trying to, like,
Twisted.
slander, that.
I don't have the phone records, but
Watch
the phone
the
records
video
that were
on
presented,
Kick
the
Rock's
phone records that were
page.
presented to the court showed that she answered the call. When she answered the
Is
call, the
that
duration
on
of the call,
TikTok?
okay? They tell you what telephone I called from.
Yes, 2 dozen roses.
And what,
I did.
like, what made you want to get on TikTok and kind of clear the air, or?
Well, I go TikTok live,
I'll have
right? So I
updates,
have my own platform. And she
primarily
realized
on my
now that I have
YouTube.
my own
After this
platform, and
ends,
so
I'll
she
have
comes
all
on my
these
platform,
streams on
and she
public.
tries to throw shame and hate
And anybody can use
try to get
those
people.
to make videos and help spread awareness.
Well, honestly, man, like,
I have
you
a couple
may have
other
done
people
wrong,
to follow
and yeah,
and
those-
some other
those
accounts
charges,
that
like,
I took note of to check
I'm
out.
surprised, and maybe you did, but like, if you went in jail and having these kind of charges, that's serious. Like, that's
A
something.
lot of stuff.
You're gonna get rocked over.
I'm
You know
going
what
to be
I mean?
checking my emails because
And
there's some people that are going to be emailing me some
Whether
things.
or not you are a changed person, like,
Oh, of course, Dakota.
it's just hearsay. What you're saying, it's hearsay. What?
Oh, okay.
What the internet is saying is hearsay, though.
Yeah, exactly. So you're just gonna go back and forth with the internet basically and try to prove your innocence when there's proof of you being guilty? Are you trying to get innocence or forgiveness?
I don't think he cares
I'm
about
looking for people to
forgiveness. And I've said this
get
before.
on with getting on and just leave the past in the past.
Yes,
You know,
Edmonton.
the family.
I
who
don't
is
think he
affected-
cares
affected
whether
directly
anybody forgives him or
doesn't
not.
hold this kind of
I
hate.
think he's trying to make himself out to
strangers?
be a victim and
Well,
trying
I
to
think,
get
like, it's
empathy
not really-
from
it is
even
strangers,
just
but it's
a
like a
few
community
people
thing. Like, when someone's
in
doing
his
that to a
live
kid
stream.
and they're found guilty of it, they're
So
gonna
that way
assume
they
and
will
they're gonna
send him
think that
money.
You're the person that
That's
the
what
court
I
is
think.
saying.
People here making.
If he has 200 people in
comments
his
that are-
live stream and
they don't
only
even know what they're
has
talking about. Somebody
10%
said,
of them,
I just got charged
convince
last week for
10% of
stalking.
them that he's a victim
Like, no, I didn't.
and they
Yeah,
have
that would be
empathy for
obviously, like, you'd
him.
be able to
I
see
mean,
that
that's
shit.
20
But, like,
people
man, like,
that he
I have
could
a kid on the way, and
potentially
I'm telling you, like, if
scam.
some guy touched my kid like that, whether me and my baby mom were still together or not, like, let's just say he wouldn't be on TikTok live. So, like,
You don't think I dealt with the family?
did you run or did you deal with it?
Well, I
Thank
dealt
you,
with the family.
Renee.
I dealt with the family,
Appreciate it.
and you know, and I extended my remorse to them. Okay, and the family was able to forgive me. So why would the TikTok community not be able to forgive me?
So, and again, like, do you have proof of this family
Breakfast,
being
there are
I don't
some
have to
people
prove
who
that
are
to
showing
everybody,
him
right?
empathy.
Because it's nobody's
There
business. My
are.
communications with the family,
Okay, Ted.
I don't
Have a
screen
good night.
record. You know what I mean? And then look for clouts.
But you're the one that's coming up and, like, you know, almost making a deal out of it again because of
I don't have to post a video every time I show somebody remorse. Like, what? I'm supposed to record me showing remorse to somebody?
No, I'm not
No,
saying
he
that.
doesn't have
You
your
record
name.
yourself talking
I
about
don't think.
situations, but there is no proof of this.
His name is Sean
Like, per se, of you
Costello.
being a good person and having remorse in the family agreement.
I've got a chat with 246 people in here. If the mother ever wanted to speak up and say that they have not forgiven me, they've had the full opportunity to come up and say that. Not once has the mother who attends my lives ever come in here and participated in the hate or showed any kind of resistance towards me.
Well, like, yeah, it may have been like 20 years ago.
Wow,
But, like,
Ryan.
it was a reoccurring thing. Like, it wasn't just like one time. You know what I mean? One time, okay, like, that's still a big thing. But, like, it'd be easier than multiple times for someone to get over. You know what I mean? Like you're reoffending. Like, you're doing the same
I
stuff. Like, you have
don't
what?
Who's reoffending?
think so.
How am I reoffending? I haven't committed a crime in 5 years.
I'm saying before.
He's saying he hasn't committed a crime in
I haven't
5
committed a
years,
crime
but
in 5
according
years,
to
so who's
Elisa, it's been 3
But
years.
from the time that you were 20 until 5 years ago.
Right,
you
Big
have
R.
what, like
I think
38
she already
charges?
has a lot.
I have 38 total charges in my whole adult criminal offending, okay? And they're not all domestic.
Exactly, but
The
that's
more
still
awareness,
a
the better.
reoffense. You're still, you know.
Riley
first
says he was
last
arrested last week for
Criminal
stalking.
offense I have is
Wow.
from 5 years ago. So who's reoffending?
I don't think you're hearing what I'm saying though. Like, from the time you were younger till now, like in between that period, you were still doing stuff to be in jail. To, you know, it's not like you had this turnaround moment where you just stopped doing everything and okay, maybe now you have. But you got to realize that the people back then that are hurt from your actions, they're still gonna, they're probably still gonna be upset, whether it's 50 years from now on. You know,
I just finished telling you the family who's directly affected has found forgiveness.
So you're basically saying, why can't the community find forgiveness in you?
So why would the community not be able to forgive it?
I honestly don't think he wants people to forgive him. I don't think he cares about that.
Little snippet, it's selective hearing, and then they form these opinions.
He just wants to play victim.
Based on
Thank you, JJ.
the things that they've
he just
selectively
wants to
heard.
play victim.
And why hasn't she came up here? And
well, because she doesn't want to be broadcast this way. That's why.
Yep, and wants cast.
But
it's unnecessary.
If you're saying that she's joining your live and trying to like slander you and say stuff,
she doesn't need to expose herself. She doesn't need to do that.
But you're saying she's on your live and stuff too.
She comes on, yes, of course.
Okay,
she knows who I am. She knows what's going on.
And here
like,
at the end of this, apparently he gets kicked out of the Airbnb or hotel that he's at.
Found guilty. So
stick around till the end for that.
To me as a person and to me as a 22-year-old,
yep, absolutely, Dream Big, and that's going to be my focus after I get offline. I'm going to search around for as many as I can find to repost.
Maybe these people just don't
and I'm going to work on making some videos too.
You're telling me you would never have a pillow fight with your kid?
Oh yeah, I do with my brothers all the time, man. But not like, even if they're on the couch or something and like they fall over, I make sure that they don't hit the floor. I make sure that they have a soft landing.
Okay, so there's that time where like you think you've got the angles covered, right?
Yeah, I get that.
The accident happens. Should it be held over your head for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I'm not sure who doesn't know this.
I charge like
here
that.
At the end
I don't
of this
know
video.
how even the family found forgiveness in that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, if someone did that to me, like they wouldn't be on this TikTok live to be sharing. You know, like I couldn't even imagine that. So like whether it was an accident or not, you were messed up. You were coming down. You know, there's been times where I've been doing shit like that. But do I put myself around my family? No.
You just have to accept that accidents happen, man. And
accidents happen.
You could easily be in the same situation if you're doing those types of things with your brothers. You could easily be in the same situation where you hit him, he trips on something, cracks his head, and now you're in a situation. Okay.
I'm gonna put myself in your shoes, right? So if that were me, then what I would have done was immediately brought him to the hospital, because that's the kind of person I am. No matter what, I don't care if I would have got charged. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sorry, Renee.
All that would have been going through my mind is that.
Do you think you're thinking that way when you're under the influence of crack cocaine?
No, probably not.
I'll try to be on earlier next time.
Like you said, you were scared, right?
Okay,
exactly, Sunbeamer.
Like you were just accept, right? That
or the CPR.
Exactly, the paranoia. Okay, the fear of police.
That's no accident.
I get that.
So that's the reason for the delay.
But,
oh my god!
Like I said, still, you should have not been. Like, yeah, I get. Okay, the mother's at work. You got to be the provider for that kid. But if you don't have the ability to provide for that kid, and you don't have the right mental state at that time, do you think you should have been alone with him?
No, I shouldn't have. You're absolutely right. No.
And see, like right there, like I can tell, like, see, you're actually thinking about this stuff. So maybe just try to think more openly on everything else too.
Yeah,
maybe
you're
what
right,
these people are saying, they're saying
you're right. That's just what I called
hear,
it. You know what I mean?
What they see.
I'm just trying to watch my words.
Realizing what you did was wrong, or stuff like that. Like, you know yourself, you're fucked up. Like you're not in that position to be around those kids.
No, I had to do the best I.
Oh yeah, he says the court documents are wrong. He says that the articles posted about him are like fake news.
I'm trying to do that, but
they're not reputable sources.
But I'm scared. And then things started to get worse. I noticed how things started to get worse. They weren't getting better. I was hoping that things would get better. That's why I didn't take them right away. I was hoping things would get better on its own. Things weren't getting better. They seemed to be getting worse. And I started to
Riley, gotcha.
overcome with guilt and shame. And I said, you know what? It's not about me. It's about him now.
It should have been about him.
Regardless how scared I was, I took him.
So, yeah, and maybe it would have took you a
whole
bit
time.
to process
it should have been about the child the whole time.
What's wrong in that mindset. But I don't know, to come on here and be like, I don't know why people are saying all this nasty stuff. Like you in my opinion, you did some pretty nasty shit. Like You know what I mean? Like that's something that's pretty serious. And like I said, like they're
it's
going
bad,
off your
hot
character.
girl.
Then they don't know you now, right?
Exactly,
Like, you only come on
Proud
lives
Mama, too.
here and there, da da da. Like, if you don't know your whole life story, what you're doing day to day, 24/7. So it could be on that. But like I said, for doing that shit, man, that's messed up. Period.
Do you think making the hateful comments is helpful?
No, I wouldn't say they're helpful, but like, could you put yourself in their shoes, hearing that stuff? Like, you know what I mean? Flip the roles for a second.
Well, I've done enough.
And people are saying there's videos of you saying you're gonna slap the woman's child. Is that true? And you're still threatening kids and women?
Yeah.
Hey?
They say you're still threatening kids and women and saying that you're gonna slap the child. Is this true?
Look, this girl needs to get over it, okay? She came at me.
The girl
same
needs
way
to
the
get
internet's
over
coming at
it.
me right now, okay? And
I'm not saying that. I'm
She's
saying,
mean, no,
like,
not
is this
currently.
true?
I said to her, I asked her if I could slap her kid.
You get that?
And so you think
You get
being
that?
an offender like of assault on a kid, do you think that's right of you to say, I'm gonna slap your kid?
I didn't say I was going to. I didn't say I'm going to.
Sorry, then what'd you say?
I said I want to. Can I?
He said he wants to.
So, okay, that's basically asking
Wow.
if you can slap someone.
Wow, do you
want
hear
to.
that?
Can I? That's you being like,
Do you hear that? I'm going to make a note of what point in the video that is really quick because I'm going to make a TikTok video with those words. Did you hear what he said there? Like, I'm going to rewind it. Trigger warning.
do you think that's right of you to say, I'm gonna slap your kid?
I didn't say I was going to.
You're right.
I
Yeah.
didn't say I'm going to.
It was about unique
Sorry, then
kids.
what'd you
I'm so
say?
sorry.
I said I want to. Can I?
So, okay, that's basically asking if you can slap someone. I want to. Can I? That's you being like, basically, in other words, can I slap your child?
So I said it to her. I said it to her to trigger her anger. Okay, because I could see she was easily triggered.
Okay.
So I said it to trigger her anger because she was being abusive and aggressive and making threats at me. Okay, I have a video of her coming on my live. I gave her an opportunity to come on my live, and she came on my live, and she literally just started threatening me from go. Okay.
So do you think that having been an offender of assault and convicted, do you think that you should say?
So let me point out, he is blaming the woman for him saying that. You know, he's saying he's blaming it on her. Yes, he's deflecting it and he's victim blaming. He's the one that made the threat. He's the one that made the threat. But he always blames it on the victim or says it's their fault because they provoked him or whatever. It's ridiculous. Crybaby says because he threatened to grape her and abuse her kids. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. This is just appalling. I can't, y'all. But let's try to continue. And I'm so sorry because there's a lot of sensitive things being discussed here, okay? And I'm sorry if this is triggering for anyone, but this guy needs to go. This guy needs to go.
That stuff, like you said.
No, you shouldn't say those things.
Exactly. Whether it's to rage bait someone into like freaking out or not. Like, if you want people to believe that you're a changed man, then personally you shouldn't. I think that you shouldn't be saying that stuff.
Well, by not doing those things is proof of change, right?
But also, if you're still saying those things, then maybe there's those thoughts in your mind that are still there. Maybe you're not acting on it because there's not a kid in the room. You know, you're in a completely different mindset when you're around kids. Are you not?
I'm super gentle now.
Exactly. So
He's
if you're
super
saying you're super
gentle
gentle,
now.
then why would you say, "Can I slap that kid?" Or you didn't say it like
He's
that. But why
super
would you say
gentle
it?
now,
It's never
guys.
going to happen.
Wow.
I know that I'm saying it just to piss the girl off.
Okay, and if people are coming on here saying, "Oh, you've done all this stuff, and you're trying to clear your name," why say that? You know, like you're just going to get more.
It was just used to ignite her anger, which clearly it did.
Well, I don't know, man. Like, all right, like, see, I think this is where people start to get frustrated because, like, what I'm saying is a person who's been convicted of hitting a child.
I hear what you're saying. Shouldn't make comments like that.
Exactly.
I get it, man.
And maybe that's why you're getting all this hate is because you're still saying this stuff. You know, like whether you are doing these things or not.
Well, because I know it's not actually happening.
Right, Kitty.
Okay, I know it's not actually happening. I know that it's just words
Agree,
used
Vicky.
to ignite somebody's fire. And clearly I succeeded, okay? Because she, look at her.
But man, like, say it, but she has a point. Like, you don't bring kids into a fight. Like, man, I don't care if someone is coming up to me and saying shit to me.
I know I don't have a defense in anything. People are just allowed to attack me and say anything the fuck they want, and I can't defend anything. I'm just supposed to lay down and...
Look, he's the victim again, y'all. He's the victim again, right?
Fucking listen to it.
That's not what
I get it, man. I get it.
Okay, if you want to talk like that, like, we don't have to have a conversation.
Well, I get it, man. I get it. It's justify other people's behaviors and actions, okay? And when I make the comments, then I'm the bad guy.
Yes. Yes. When you make the comments, you are the bad guy. Yes.
They're just saying
the
charges that have been against you.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, in the beginning, I'm not trying to come on here and shit talk you and slander you. You've had enough of it. I could say 1,000,001 things. But am I? No.
Kitty, I'm gonna reply.
And exactly. And like I said though, like if you're the so-called changed person, then those words should not be coming out of your mouth. If someone comes up to me and is mouthing at me, I'm not going to bring their family into it, their kids. You know, it's with that person. It's not like with that girl. Like it shouldn't have been, oh, can I slap your child? Like that should not be a joke. It should not be anything like that coming from someone that's been convicted and found guilty of abuse.
Oh my gosh.
It came out in the context of the conversation, right? She's talking about beating kids. You know, you're a woman beater, you're a kid beater, blah 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 blah. She's making those comments at me directly, right? So
what makes it right for? Okay,
it doesn't make it right. I'm not saying it's right.
And but same goes for her though. Like people come on here trying to slander you, trying to da da da. Like personally,
why can't she just take accountability? Why can't she just take accountability and say, Sean, yes, I was attacking you. It was inappropriate that I was attacking.
Look, now he's victimizing himself to the point where he thinks he deserves some kind of apology. When he has been the attacker, he has been the abuser, he has been the harasser in all of these situations. But he's trying to make himself the victim of these things. I'm so sorry, Breakfast. I know. It's frustrating and it is angering.
You, but you made comments that were also inappropriate, and we talked about it. Okay, don't come on here and tell me it's in the past. She talked to me about it. She said you made comments.
I know,
but it's in the past. Why,
I know your feelings.
Okay, then if.
But it's not in the past. She's stewing on it, and she's harboring negative feelings.
I don't want to
to
see harm come to anybody, but I understand your words. Okay.
But honestly, man, if you're saying that same stuff, like I don't really see a change if you're still saying that.
Okay. If you don't see a change, you know, no kids have been injured in 24 years. If you don't see a change, then you know, open your eyes. But no kids have been injured in 24 years, and I've been around many.
He's been around many.
Something for 30 years, and all it takes is that one time for it to happen.
How's he been around many kids when he's been in jail the last 23 out of 26 years? How does that work?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you're a bad person.
He hasn't even been around his own kids.
Like now. Back then, fuck, like I would have had a completely different opinion about you.
Arkansas Girl says he's not supposed to be on social media. I don't
change into this better person.
I don't know if that's one of his
right now, I don't think it's right.
Probation conditions or not.
Be coming out of, like I said, a convicted,
but that
found guilty abuser.
In jail for honestly, what? Lots of things. He has 38 convictions, primarily
against. We're accused of fucking touching the kids.
Violence against women and children.
Do your own research on Unique and her man. Unique has another kid she lost custody of. Why she lose custody? That's because her man that she's with now was trying to sexually touch her fucking kid.
No, he's not in Arkansas.
Her 12-year-old daughter?
He's in Canada.
Yeah, Crybaby was trying to have sex with her 12-year-old daughter. That's her story to tell, man. I'm not on here fucking blabbing about them.
Right, she is me.
That's her story to tell.
All I'm saying is, like, you should understand, like, you should understand where people are coming from.
No, I understand. It's about me. It's not about them. They want to deflect
it's about him.
Insecurities and problems.
No, he's not currently
I just
on a
gave you some
registry.
information. Crybaby
I think he only did 4
was
years
accused of touching Unique's 12-year-old daughter. And Unique lost her kid, okay? Her kid doesn't live with her. Her first kid? Yeah.
So now he's speaking on someone else's children that he knows nothing about.
Here, then I'm probably going to get off. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I got other people lined up here, bro.
All right.
I just have one more question. I mean, or I guess maybe one piece of advice.
Wow.
If you're truly trying to change for the better, or I can't say clear the air. I don't think the air will ever be cleared after what you've done.
Unique says Steve has never even met my oldest daughter.
But I suggest just getting off this
Wow.
app.
Wow.
The only thing you're doing right now is just deflecting
he's
everything
just
you've
lying.
done, putting blame on other people. You're not taking accountability whatsoever. You're giving excuses for everything you've done. There's no good excuse for what you've done. You need to accept that. And if you're truly trying to take this accountability, I don't think I'd see you on TikTok live looking for everyone else's approval, because you would know yourself you're changed for the better and that you're doing better.
I'm not looking for everyone's approval, right? I'm just trying to run my own live. I'm trying to run my own live.
He's trying to beg.
I run a live and I have.
He's like,
friends
oh,
that I
these
talk
people
to,
are messing up
and
my
that's for
bag.
my mental health.
These
Okay.
people are
So I
messing
have
up my
friends-
scam.
Something you enjoy doing. You
That's
can
what he's
talk about other
concerned
things,
about.
But what you're looking for is people's approval and people's forgiveness.
These people are messing up my bag and my
I don't know
scam.
your name, okay? You're under Slick, okay? But listen, I don't want to talk about my past on the internet, okay? I don't come on the internet and say that the live is about what I've done in the past. I don't want to talk about it. It's other people that come on and throw it in my face and make me talk about it.
And yeah, I've seen that because I've been on your lives before, and like not one word has came about that. I've seen that.
But I wouldn't personally be on here for more than, I don't even know how long you've been live, at least an hour, talking about it then. If I didn't want to talk about it, I wouldn't be talking about it.
Well, because that's the discussion right now. So we're staying on topic, right? Yes, I'm homeless. And so, like, that's my story, right? I'm homeless, and my whole, how I became homeless, not becoming homeless, making a better life, changing the past.
Well, my advice to you is focus on that and don't focus on trying to get other people's approval, because I feel like you're just trying to make yourself feel better about things that are never going to be forgiven by the public. You're always
The public doesn't know me. You guys don't know me. And anybody who disapproves of anything that I've done in the past, they have the option to scroll on. They don't have to hang out. They don't have to be a part of my life. They can just simply scroll on to the next live.
Sure, but you're putting yourself on the internet. That's making it everyone's business. All they have to do is...
I'm not making it. Other people are making it other people's business. I'm not making it other people. Other people are making it other people's business.
You know how
It's
easy it was for
public.
me to search up your name and find everything you've done and been
But
convicted
you
of?
would have never searched my name if somebody
weren't
didn't tell
on
you
this-
to.
If you weren't on this app.
You would have never searched my name if somebody didn't tell you to. I'm advertised under 1990 Oilers. Go look up the fucking 1990 Oilers, okay? You're not going to find my face.
Nobody told me to. One of the people that came on here had a profile picture of your face in the summary of your convictions.
Exactly.
No one told
Telling
me to
you,
look it up.
okay? Telling you to go and look it up. That's what they wanted you to do. Go
They
and
weren't
look it up.
telling me to do anything. This is what I mean. You're making it the public's business.
Okay.
If you don't want to hear all these comments, then just
I
don't.
promise you, I don't come on and talk about my stuff. I don't come on and broadcast, hi, I'm Sean Costello, and I did this in the past, and please forgive me. No. I come on and this is the fucking Edmonton Oilers, and we can talk about the Edmonton Oilers. We can talk about fucking how your life is doing, okay? What's going on? We can be friends. We can just talk about friend things.
Who wants to be friends with you, dude?
Good luck doing that
Oh.
when it's the public's knowledge of the things you've been convicted
It's
of.
not public knowledge, though.
It's public.
It's only public because people made it public. It's under publication ban, okay? So people making it public, they're violating the law.
There's legal documents on.
No, they're not legal documents. No.
If that was the case,
They're
and if I
not
were you,
legal
then I would be.
documents now?
I would be.
Like I said, it's protected under a publication ban to protect the identity of the victim. Okay? It's under a
That just
publication
means
ban
that they
to
do
protect
not
the identity of
release
the victim.
the name of the
That means
victim for
don't
their
report about it.
protection.
But somebody went and made a report about it and put it on Google. That's not global. You don't see global news there. You don't see fucking CTV news there, CH, City TV. You don't see one of those big affiliated fucking news sources putting out information on me. If it wasn't under publication, it would be under global. You would find it.
Just because you're not on the news doesn't mean it's not public knowledge. The only thing that a
It's not public knowledge.
publication ban entails is that the victim's name isn't involved.
Exactly.
The charges are still out there. It still states what you did. It just doesn't
Yes.
say who you did it to.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
No.
I'm gonna let this either Lily Grace or Samantha come up. I think they've been waiting.
Yeah, I'll let these guys in here.
Okay, sounds good.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too.
Crazy. I'm telling you.
Next.
It's near the end here. That person doesn't say anything.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're connected.
Alright.
Hello.
So, alright, cool. I've been listening to some of your story, and I just want to have a couple questions for you. I just want to get some things straight.
Yeah.
So this happened like 24 years ago, right?
24 years.
Casey.
Okay. He was how old?
He was 3.
He was 3. Okay. So, that would make him about 27 right now, right?
Lily.
He's 27.
Okay.
Yes. Works at Canadian Tire. Lives in Ottawa.
Sweet. Alright, what kind of life does he have?
I mean, he works a job. He works at Canadian Tire. He's got a family, and I don't know.
Perfect. Okay. All right. And you have you apologized to him?
I contacted him, and I told him it's a horrible thing that happened, and I'm deeply remorseful.
Like, why is he contacting?
But you have not spoke with him to apologize. Got it. Okay.
I spoke with him directly. Yes.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So here's my other question. So you had what? How many other charges? Like 38, you said?
38 total. 22 are breaches, though. Not following conditions.
Okay. So that's an awful lot, bro.
Well, that's a lot of breaches, yeah.
But not following conditions can also be committing new crimes.
So, okay. I understand. Can't tell you to be away from your family. Okay.
Dakota Mom, yes, he did.
With all this going on, did you think it was okay to get on TikTok to talk about this, to re-victimize the victim and the family, and just think people are going to accept it, and we're just going to talk about the Edmonton Oilers? Like, that shit's not going to happen.
Lily?
No, I'm talking. So you messed up 23, 24 years ago when you made that choice, okay? You got to live with that for the rest of your life. That boy has to live with this for the rest of his damn life. All those charges that you have against you weren't just breaches or whatever. You fucked up royally. So why do you think it's okay to come on here and continue to have this platform, like you say, that you're going to excuse everything that you've done?
I think you're misinformed.
No, I am completely informed because I heard it all come out your mouth.
I didn't set this platform. Somebody else created this platform for others to jump on.
You said you have a platform to talk about what you want. People just choose to talk about this.
Exactly.
Right. So I'm not mistaken. I'm very informed.
So
So this is what I would love for you to do right now.
Yes,
I would love for you to trigger me because I'm that bitch. I think you're used to dealing with people who will take your shit and deal with it and whatever. But no, I'm that bitch. I want you to trigger me. You gonna trigger me? Nothing? You gonna mute now? Yeah, that's what I thought. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. You don't belong around anybody's kids. You don't belong in public and out of prison
he's
anywhere.
talking.
You need to have your ass under a damn
He's
jail cell.
obviously
I
muted
don't
or
give a
something.
shit what you think about what's on the internet or not on the internet, Google or not. You don't deserve to be
Listen what he says when he
fucking
comes
public
back.
with anybody. So let me just tell you one more time. Get your ass off the damn internet before we do it for you. And you're brave. You're a brave motherfucker to get on here knowing that people can find you.
No, she's in a car.
You're muted, bro. We can't hear nothing.
Oh, he's in a cab? No, I think she's in a car with her turn
Can't hear nothing. This is what I figured. This is usually what happens. Jesus Christ. Bro, just hit the mute, mute button.
You're right,
It's
2 dozen
okay.
roses. That's what he says when he comes back.
It's okay.
Right, Big R.
Jesus Christ. Some platform you got. How about you start worrying about apologizing to actual victims instead of re-victimizing people over and over and over again? Yeah, I know my hazards are on.
See, her hazards are on. She had pulled over to speak with him.
Yeah, get off the app, bro. Get off the app. Get off the app.
Right, dream big.
Oh, Jesus. I got all fucking night, man. I got all fucking night. Please, just unmute so that we can hear the bullshit that you spew.
And I think this was, when was this? This was the 3rd.
You got nothing?
I think this was Friday night.
And you women who are in here supporting this guy.
And tries to say
oh
that
my God.
he got a call from his attorney.
Honestly,
and that's why he was
It's a shame that your asses are in here sticking up for this guy.
If he was truly on a phone call on the same phone, it would have showed that he was on pause. His picture wouldn't still be up showing him talking, right? If someone's on live and they get a phone call, it shows paused over here. And you can't see or hear anything. You would not still be able to see his face or anything. So, I don't know what he's trying to do here.
If you think this is as best you can get as a man like this on the internet, I feel sorry for you.
Huh.
even look like a douche, man. When's the last time you washed?
Hey, Nurse Purple.
I guess him muting is
Time off
triggering
over
me.
the
That's all it is.
holidays, and I've been traveling.
I'm looking for a fight. Yeah, I'm looking for a fight. I'm fighting for people who deserve to be heard. Deserve to be heard. Why don't you go tell the kid that he did that to? That they're done. I am sitting on the side of the interstate. I'm sitting on the side of the interstate for this shit right here. For this right here. Hey, you don't know how to get me out of here. You can't unmute. You can't take me off the damn line.
Great holiday.
You don't know how to unmute
Happy
me.
New Year.
Sean.
Someone said that this person's name is Lily. I don't know what her username is.
At least my ass is not on here trying to defend something from 24 years ago that's indefensible. He just said he's on a phone call? On a phone call,
Big R said Lily Grace.
The whole thing would be paused.
Crybaby says Lily Grace. Lily Grace. I'm going to write
No,
that
Sean, I'm
down.
not going away.
I think she comes back on a future live stream, too. Oh, a mod for your favorite villain? Okay, got it.
There
Thank
you go,
you,
live
thank
pause. Now.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I got a phone call.
Got a phone call.
So that's a lawyer, right?
A lawyer.
A lawyer?
On a Friday night.
That was a lawyer? Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause we're gonna rectify the situation one way or another.
What did the lawyer say?
The lawyer's going to send me some more information so that we can proceed criminally against
got it, 2
the
dozen roses.
RCs, against the local police, against civilian members who want to be brave and make threats.
Oh, okay.
This is harassment and it's
Oh.
defamation.
Now he's a
It's
victim of
harassment and defamation
harassment and
when you come on the internet and you talk
defamation, y'all.
about it?
No, I don't talk about it, and so that's where you're wrong. So in your background, you see that's an Edmonton Oilers logo,
Yeah.
and my name is 1990.
Congratulations, Nurse
Yeah.
Purple.
So if you're my friend, or if you're somebody who enjoys the Edmonton Oilers, you would come on and you would talk to me about hockey, or we would just talk about life. Hey, how's your life? You know, what's going on?
Uh-huh. So do you think if somebody knew about your charges and stuff that they would continue to talk to you about hockey and that would be it?
Well, I would think that if that's what their intention was, and they didn't necessarily agree with that, they would just continue scrolling.
Not necessarily agree. Who would agree with it? Tell me
Right?
what type of person
Who would agree with it?
I would if I
Yeah, it was
saw
not a
somebody's
lawyer.
live and they were doing things that I disapproved of. I'm not hanging out with them.
Well, I'm not really hanging out with you either. I'm wondering, like, why you're trying to justify everything.
It's not a justification.
But you clearly are. So the lawyer called you on a Friday night.
Right.
And did you hire the lawyer or did he just reach out to you?
I'm hiring a lawyer.
He's hiring a lawyer with what money?
And you're going to sue the RCC, is that right?
Yeah, for this operation here, right?
Okay. Do you think the RCC is behind me coming up here today?
No, but you're definitely alerted by somebody else.
Alerted by someone.
TikTok alerted me. So you should really sue TikTok for even allowing your ass to even be on TikTok.
Well, no, it would be the person who
Good point,
initiated,
Vicky.
like Unique.
No, I don't know who Unique is.
Well, you got it off somebody's page. Somebody shared it with you, right?
Nobody shared it with me. I didn't come through a chat.
Oh my
I don't like
gosh,
share
30
chat or
cents.
anything like that. No.
Anyways,
Someone asked, what is RCC? Can someone
this is my
give a better
suggestion to
explanation
you,
than me?
And I'm sure the lawyer probably told
Isn't
you
it
just to just get
something
off
with the
line.
government
Stay
or the
off the line.
police or
Quit
something
talking.
like that in Canada?
You should quit
no,
talking.
that's not what they told me at all.
Or, better yet, go ahead and keep talking about it and dig your grave a little bit deeper.
Well, no, it's other people that are going to dig their own grave, right?
Okay, we'll wait. We'll wait.
Anyways, is that all you got?
Other than telling you to have a nice...
Oh,
Thank you.
cut her off. Oh, Royal Canadian Police. There you go. I'm not sure,
Thank you,
Ames.
Sean, for letting me up here.
He gives different
Welcome.
explanations.
I've been sitting for a while in your live, and I've been watching the stream just stream on by with a lot of hate. There is a lot of hate going on.
I'm going to
And I know
skip
your live
past
is a
this part
platform.
closer to the end here. Sorry to this person in the box. You can watch the whole thing on YouTube later, but I am going to skip that part.
everybody invited you to the live, or invited everybody else.
Samantha
to the live
got in the
because
box.
of, like what you've got going on and stuff.
Who's another
I've been
awareness
listening for quite
person.
a while now, probably longer than I should have been.
Royal
to be honest with
Canadian
you,
Mounted
but
Police is
Yep.
RCMP. Got it.
Are you gonna go to the bathroom again?
Now here,
Pizza delivery?
here there's a knock at the door, and this is allegedly when he gets kicked out of the Airbnb or hotel or wherever he was staying. Don't know what RCC is. It's the Royal Canadian something. It's basically the Royal Canadian Police. Oh, Regulatory Cooperation Council. Regulatory Cooperation Council. Yeah, so allegedly, like basically like Mounties or police. So here is allegedly where he gets kicked out of whatever Airbnb or place that he was at. Okay, it's right here at the end.
Why do I just pay for the night? No. You don't need to pay for the night. I've already people sitting down downstairs. So
Do you have another room I can? Do you have another room I?
Oh shit!
He's asking if they have another
He's
room
in
he
a
can go
hotel.
to.
And he's getting kicked out.
Yep, and he was saying, "Can I pay for a night?" And they said no. They said it's like the public attorney for Canada. Okay.
Are you good, or are they kicking you out?
Thanks.
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just saying the reason I was sent your live is probably for another reason, not about the charges, although the charges are pretty crazy. But I'm going to look that up for myself. Are you on here asking people for money?
Okay, she is me.
Currently, only because yeah, I'm gonna put my sweater and stuff on. Okay, relax, brother. I'm I'm doing it because of the circumstances, right?
Right. So, I mean, when you're getting on here and you're asking people for money, people are going to, be aware of it, and people are going to be known about it. That's why the live was shared to me, because I highlight people on this app that ask
Thank
for
you
money.
for all the info, guys.
And obviously, I get that you don't want the other stuff brought up, but you're putting yourself on here on a platform and you're asking people for their money. And of course, the people that know you are going to come in and they're going to talk about what you did.
It's just my chest out.
Yeah, I was gonna text you. Anyways, look, I don't make it the platform. Other people make it the platform.
No, but I'm talking about the money. I want to know about why you're coming on here and asking people for money. That's what I want to know about.
I'm not
Like I
sure
said,
the TikTok shop is everything, but there are some
the charges
people
are fucked up, and it's crazy,
who
and
do have
I'm
some of
blown
the
away by what I'm
records.
hearing. But I'll look that up myself. The reason I was shared your live is because I highlight people on this app that come on here and beg for money, and your live was shared to me. So I'm asking you, are you on here asking people for money?
Oh, Casey
Yes,
said he was
currently,
trying to
yes.
stay without paying.
Okay. So I mean, like I'm saying, with the rest of
That's
the stuff,
why he
like
knocked
everybody
tell
else
him to
bringing
get
up all
out.
the other stuff. I mean, you're putting yourself out
Wow.
there by asking people on the internet for money. The internet is forever, and people are going to bring up the stuff that you've done in your past. All the beggars that we highlight, people bring up shit that they've done in their past.
Why does it affect anyone? If you can't send anything, then don't send anything. Just keep going.
Well, because this app isn't a place for people to panhandle. Like that's not what it's meant for. It's an entertainment app, right? It's not for people to get on here and tell their, woe was me stories and ask people for money. Like, what are you doing to get yourself some money?
The whole platform is a gifting platform.
Gifting, yes, but you're asking for money, right?
Well, you want to send a line? Send a line.
No, I won't be sending you a line. That's
Send
for
a
sure.
lion.
Okay, well,
All right. Well, I just hope that people understand that, like, they shouldn't be giving money to people on this app. But I mean, your situation is like something I've never heard before, and it's
Right,
crazy.
Casey.
And I am Canadian, and I'm actually rather shocked and appalled and kind of ashamed to hear about some of the stuff that you've done. So I hope you get your shit
crybaby.
together.
That's
I hope you stop
crazy. I
asking
wish I
people on
would've
this app
seen
for
that
money.
live.
And I really hope you stop
missed
talking
that
about
one.
the victims and what you've done and shit like that. I mean, just because people bring it up doesn't mean you have to respond to it.
so you don't wish they'd stop talking about it?
Honestly, if they want to talk about it, I mean, it's their right to talk about it. You did some really shitty things. I know you expect that people are going to just let that go and let you move on with your life. But
Yeah, it's like he's trying to silence the
when I first came
victims.
into this live and told people that the charges
He's
were
trying to silence the
20
victims.
years ago. But then you
24?
said that you just said your most recent charge was 5 years ago. What was
Oh
that
my
charge
gosh,
for?
Dirty Smart. And that's where it ends. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to do here at the end to wrap up. Give me one moment. I'm going to show you that on my YouTube, I have an entire playlist already set up for him. There it is. If you go to @ScamSlam411 channel, and then go to playlists, the playlist is called Sean 1990 Oilers. I am going to correct the spelling of his name because I found out the correct spelling is Shaun. So thank you for the correction on that. I'm going to update that. And as you can see, I have his live streams. The 3 from January 3rd. I think it's 3 or 4. And then the ones from the 4th. There's 4 from the 4th. They're already out here. It's just that right now they are on private. But as soon as this live stream ends, I'm going to go on here to YouTube and I'm going to change them all to public. So that way everyone can see them, access them, share them, or use them to make awareness videos or whatever you would like to do with those. I will keep up with it. Whenever he comes back live again, I will make sure I get the restreams and we'll post those as well. I'm going to try to get a couple of clips from some of these videos myself and post them on TikTok and share those. I am going to look up a couple of creators here on TikTok that have posted things, including Truth Teller, Crybaby Steve, Unique, Elisa, anyone else who might have videos posted on him, and share those around. I do also want to show you, you're very welcome. This is the link to, this is, I would encourage you to check out Your Favorite Villain on YouTube has some things. Thank you. Yes. And if anybody wants to send me anything, the best way to do that is actually not through TikTok because you can't send attachments and it's hard to send links and all of that. The best way to reach me is to email me. My email is in my bio and it is scamslam411@gmail.com. You can feel free to email me anything. This is the link to a short that Your Favorite Villain did. So credit to her for this on YouTube.
Good morning, y'all.
This is, so look on Your Favorite Villain YouTube and she has this short posted, of, it looks like a sample email, to send to, TikTok directly about this creator.
Right, so this is the email, right? You're just gonna type this out. I'm gonna put the screenshots also that need to be included. Screenshot this one.
These are his accounts.
This one, this one, and this one. I attached this screenshot, this one, and this one. This is another one. Good morning, y'all. All right, so
there you
this
go.
is the email.
Right? So that's what she says that she sent in to TikTok, and there are instructions as to, you know, how to contact them and what his accounts are. If you wish to contact them as well regarding Sean's accounts. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to cover. If anyone has any information that they want to share with me, again, best way to do that is through email, scamslam411@gmail.com. I am going to check Discord really quickly because somebody said that they sent me legal documents. And yes, I do have some legal documents. I'm not going to show them right now. I am going to read through them first, but there are details about Sean Costello's criminal record and all of that. So I will review all of this stuff, and I might be able to maybe redact some of these things and show them at a future time, you know, maybe tomorrow or something. I really want to thoroughly review them first and see if anything needs to be redacted. Yeah, I don't want to have anything with victims' names or anything like that. I'm hoping to go live again tomorrow. We can cover some other things. There's also another creator that I've been, somebody brought her to my attention, I want to say back in October. I don't want to give out too many details yet, but there's someone on the app that has been dry begging just slightly off and on since about October, November. And I'm very, very concerned now because not only is the dry begging escalating, but there have been concerns for the animals that she has in her care in the past. And again, they were just slight concerns. People would ask to see the animals and she didn't want to show them and things like that. And she didn't want to say how many she had. And so people were becoming suspicious that there might be something going on with the animals in her care. No, she's not in a motel. She lives in a house, but she's by herself, and she has over 20 animals. She had, at the time, during one particular live stream when I was watching her back in November, I remember, again, she doesn't like to say how many animals she has, but at that time, she did actually answer the question in November, and she said she had 13 cats, 8 dogs, plus some puppies. No, it's not Debbie the pet lady. So she definitely had over 20 animals in her care. And there were concerns about, like I said, she didn't want to show the animals. She kept trying to, I don't know. She just didn't want to answer questions about the animals. And it seemed like there was some things to hide. There are also some, how do I want to say, suspicions that she could be kind of running like an at-home puppy mill type of thing because she's selling these puppies. She's mating dogs and selling puppies. But the big thing that kind of brought her to the forefront with me now, and it's, and I haven't gone live about her yet, but I think I need to, is that on New Year's Day, she went live and admitted that 2 of the cats had passed away. And she is trying to blame it on the vets. She's trying to say that several weeks prior, and now I'm saying probably back in October, November, that she got some of the cats fixed and that somehow they got some type of infection and now passed away from it. So I'm very upset about hearing about these cats. I'm concerned that she's not being truthful about the reason that these cats passed away. I'm concerned that maybe some of these animals are not receiving the proper care. And that may be the reason that some of these animals have passed away. I'm looking into it further. But it's definitely someone else that I think needs some attention for both the begging and the concern for the animals. So, no, it's not Kanisha. Not who I'm talking about anyway. So I'm doing a little bit more looking into it, and no, it's not Jen. I'm looking into it a little bit more, and there's a few people in my Discord that volunteered to watch some of her videos and look into a little bit more, and they have given me some feedback after watching some of her videos as well. So I have myself and a few people in my Discord we're looking into that situation a little bit further. And again, if anybody wants to join the Discord, and you can help, look into some of these situations and help me review some of these videos, if you want to volunteer to help with any of that, you can feel free to join the Discord where we watch some of them. I have a voice channel where we broadcast and watch videos together and review content and information. And we have channels to discuss a variety of different scammers. And that's primarily how we kind of coordinate and communicate about stuff like that. I don't know about Jen. I have not seen Cassandra Gilliard. I don't know who that is. Is that her username? If you have anybody you want me to look into, email me their username. And I take note of those, and then I add them to my watch list, and I like to watch them for at least a week, sometimes more, to kind of get a feel for what's going on with them and what their situation is. And, I'd like to watch at least a pretty good number of their live streams and before I cover them on a live. Who am I talking about? If you're in our Discord, there's a channel for her already. And she goes by, there's a channel there, and there's also a YouTube channel. I have her under the name of Joanna. So if you want to look into that at all, Joanna is just the only name I'm going to give at this point until I kind of look into it a little bit more. But I mean, if you look at my YouTube or if you're in the Discord, you can easily see who that is, who I'm referring to, where I'm concerned about the animals. Okay. Did anybody have any final questions or comments or anything for me? Again, if you have anybody you want me to look into, just send me their usernames. I'm going to take note of the one that's here in the comments. Oh, you tagged me. Okay, perfect. Yeah, if you tag me or send me, just message me. Don't get frustrated if I don't immediately hold a live on them or do a whole bunch of coverage or anything like that. Don't get frustrated with that. Like I said, I add them to my watch list, and I watch for a pretty significant amount of time off and on, before I, decide how I'm going to proceed with anything, At the very start, I usually will at least create a channel on the Discord with notifications so we can kind of keep an eye on the individuals. Dax Emery, oh, that's a whole mess I don't want to delve into right now, but I know who that is for sure. Know who that is for sure. Oh, thank you, Dream Big. I appreciate it. And yes, everybody, please share, repost any videos that you see regarding Sean. I'm going to be doing the same thing, and I'm going to try to make some videos too. So please keep an eye out for those. It's very important to not let up, keep the pressure on, because this person is causing a lot of pain and hurt, bringing up a lot of traumatic things, making threats. It's just really, really bad. No, Vix, I have not. We don't have communication. I mean, I have, but we don't have that kind of communication, if you know what I mean. Missed you too, Hot Mess. Multifandom says Christy. Which Christy? Kim Peters. Oh, yeah. I mean, she already has a lot of awareness. I live streamed her once, last month, I want to say, maybe about a month ago, because she happened to be on when I was on. I do repost her videos, her restreams on my YouTube. I do have to catch up on some of those. So Sprite Scan has some vids. What's Sprite Scan? Is that a username? Oh my gosh, Jama. Kim Peters is your neighbor, basically. Not sure she has a great ponytail. Are you talking about Christy Harris? Sprite Can. What's Sprite Can? I don't know. If anybody wants to communicate with me directly, just email me. Or if you're on Discord, you can send me a Discord message. My name on there is Scam Slam. Anything new with the Heather situation? She was live. I haven't seen her live today, but she was live for the past 2 days, and I do have those recorded. I recorded them. I got most of the recordings for her, and I think those are all uploaded on my YouTube. If they're not all there, then they're still uploading. I've just been basically uploading videos. I'm still trying to figure out when this DNA test is supposed to happen. Heather is Heather McCord. Heather McCord. She walks in circles. I don't know who that is. Lisa. Yeah, Lisa's been on here and there. Christy Harris. Yes. She hasn't been live in a while. At least a couple of days. Sprite Ken is a YouTuber. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, I did see a lot of that, Tess. I've been watching. Yeah, glad to see you too, Jama. But I am ending. What will happen now here at the end, I will end the live stream in about 10 to 15 minutes. I will have access to download this live stream myself, and I will also be posting this on YouTube as well. So if you came in late and missed stuff, you can go back and watch it. And I know, Jama, but I'm going to post it on YouTube and you can go back and watch it. Okay. Rose and Andy had a falling out. Yeah, I heard something about that, but I don't know all the details. I don't know what that was about. Interesting. I'm really trying to keep up. There's so much going on and there's so many people that I've been looking into, and it is time consuming, and trying to keep up and catch up. So, I'm sorry, Jamie. Yeah, you're welcome, Multi-Fandom. I'm trying. I'm going to be looking into that creator. Right? It should be a ban, right? So I'm going to end it for tonight, because I am going to work on trying to repost videos, make a video, at least one or two. And I'm going to unprivate these videos. Thank you, Bella. Appreciate that. I'm going to unprivate these videos on my YouTube so that way you'll be able to watch all of them from Sean. Again, you don't want to miss the next one after that. The next one after that, it's the one that says January 3rd, part 2. I believe that's when your favorite villain gets in the box, Smashley gets in the box. Like, there's a bunch of people that you might know that get in the box and ask him questions and stuff. And so I would recommend definitely checking that out. Okay. Love you too, Josette. Love all you guys. And hope all of y'all had a happy new year. And enjoy the rest of your night/morning. I will see you all later. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Have a good night.